Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our tomfoolery with what team comp in the Roven world, where we're going to have some fun picking up where we last left off. You guys ready?
Yee.
Good.
Bree.
Good. Good. So, in the last we left off, after having completed their first mission with rather quick success, and made their way over towards their second area in the mountains. They spoke with a few people, received a guide, and after discussing some things with the guide, began making their way down the mountainside towards the pass where people were supposedly going missing. Along the way, though, they soon found themselves being watched over by a variety of different creatures, ranging from wolves to a creature that actually attempted to scale down a wall to attack them, that being the creature known as a Yeti. This creature, after being set on fire, attempted to flee, but not wanting this creature to continue to be a nuisance, the party attacked and finished it off. As they did so, they heard a howling up from above, and a much larger form of this creature was looking down upon them right before an avalanche overcame them. Thinking quickly, they managed to hold themselves off as best they could from the avalanche, and then using heat burn their way out and get themselves to a form of safety. Now, with themselves uncovered, a little colder, but even with the prestidigitation that was gifted to them by the casters, they still have more to do and further down to go. So following after your guide, who is still showing you that this area was not the area that people were supposedly found or lost in, they motion to you, and they do glance around for a moment in thought before seeming to just kind of let out this very slow exhale and then begin moving down the mountain. Whoa, that was loud for some reason.
What?
It made the noise of someone doing a roll, but no one did a roll.
What's
It did me a
funny? He's trying to fuck with you.
Clearly.
I'll follow our guy.
So we're out of the hole, right?
Yes, you're out of the hole.
Well, Stovner votes that we immediately make a fire to warm ourselves up.
I mean, can Eris just use that fire trick of hers?
Wait, say that again?
She asked if Eris could just use the fire trick first.
On what?
We have no wood, so he's right. We can't really make a fire.
Excuse me.
Are there no trees?
Not in the immediate vicinity. You're currently going down a mountainous path. There are trees up higher, but for the
We're in essentially a chasm.
Yes, and for the one of you who saw that there was another creature out there, that being, I believe, Medrino's character, if I remember correctly,
It was
from last time.
Yeah.
Your character would be aware that you're not alone in this area.
None of us are part of the Donner Party, right?
I thought for 2 seconds
No.
Don had like a fucking Yeti sound effect. I'm like,
Do you guys know what the Donner Party is?
I am aware of what the
I'm
Donner
pretty
Party
sure I
is.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm the skinniest. I got the least meat on my bones. I'm the suckiest. But yeah, we should keep moving.
I'm not following the guide. Shit.
Yeah.
Very well. Story will cure wounds himself.
You don't have lay on hands?
I do, but I'd rather keep that for in case, there's disease or poison.
Yeah, primarily because it acts like lesser resto when I don't think any of us have that yet.
It does not act as lesser resto. It can get rid of a disease, but yeah.
Yeah.
Or poison.
Or
Disease and
poison.
poison.
Yeah.
Still not lesser, but yeah.
It's a nerfed version of Lesser Resto.
Lesser restoration.
There you
but
go.
Diseases take a while to take effect. You using your spell slots, we might get attacked again, is not a good idea.
Well, it's too late.
He has cast Cure Wounds, and he gets back 8 HP.
I'll also use 7 hit dice. Hit points.
Of your... I understand.
Yeah.
Hit die. I'm sorry.
Of your lay on hands pool.
I will use 7 hit dice. I hope you don't mind your.
I have an image of him hitting himself with a hit die.
An avalanche of D10s just hit you out of nowhere. It's crazy.
Perfectly acceptable.
It's crazy how this snow is shaped.
This isn't snow. These are microscopic D10s.
Oh my god.
But yeah. What happened?
Whoever is wanting to keep a lookout, make a perception check.
Oh, me.
So every motherfucker after getting jumped by a Yeti.
You can have been jumped by a Yeti and still not be paying attention.
Dren is paying less attention.
I got a 19. That's
He's
a
more
19,
focusing.
Guru. 16 plus 3.
Type it into the chat.
He's more focusing on letting the dragon do it at the moment, while he's thinking.
Fair enough.
Story is just making sure everyone else is okay.
Okay.
Story's a good boy.
Zarya got a 16. Okay. And just because we love the giggles, Tharius is not.
If he rolls high as fuck.
He's not looking around. He's one of those
Okay.
who's like, just fought Yeti. We took care of it. It's fine. Didn't really.
There can't
hear,
possibly be more.
I mean, he didn't hear what was said about there being another one. So he's just kind of rolling with what he's got. Just like, yeah, no, we're fine. We're good.
Nothing's fine.
Everything is good.
As you're going down the mountainside, there are occasional little sounds that most of you miss. Only Azaria, Figment, and the owl hear them. And the owl's not really telling you anything, Dren. It's just kind of like looking around, like it's trying to find something, but it can't pinpoint it. The sound almost sounds, for those who hear it, kind of like this little, very faint. You know the sound of like when ice hits water, it makes that kind of like crackling sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that kind of noise. And looking around though, there's snow, lots of snow, but not ice. So the location of this sound, especially considering the fact that this is still a very reverberous area, an area where there's echoes from pretty much all over, does not help. The person who should be making this perception check rolled pretty well. Your guide is also looking out for these noises, also does not appear to be able to pinpoint them. But they are certainly more on alert and keeping their eyes open and their head down, which is admirable for someone as tall as she is, but she's trying. That being said, what is your marching order?
Figment's in the middle. He's not going to get jumped from the front or the back.
I'll take the front.
Story will be near.
I was gonna say Dren tries to take the middle, but Figment hopped in there.
Mhm.
I mean, there's 6 of us. You could both be in the middle.
Yeah.
I will be behind this first person, trying to help out checking the trail.
God tell me this marching order is based on height. Please.
I mean, Story did want to be near the front, but he can be the back if he wants.
No,
People
I
want.
was making a joke. No, Story, baby.
Tharius will be in the back just to make sure that anything that tries to come in and attack will have to deal with him first.
Me chill.
Did you want to be more towards the front of the back, Story?
More towards the front, I suppose.
Okay, so you'll be right behind Yumiko and Azaria. That sound correct?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So I just changed your layout on the screen so that it's showing the marching order, helping me keep tabs on where everyone is. Because you're all good peeps, but I gotta be able to know where you're all standing.
We're all holding hands. It's canon.
Are you doing that just so you can be gay with Azaria?
Yeah.
No shame.
I mean, there's a story in front of you, so
Oh.
You have been cock blocked by the rock.
You got rock blocked.
Rage.
There's a long story ahead of you.
God damn it.
that being said, doing your best to keep on alert. Are you also going at this at a fast pace? Because don't forget, the snow is difficult terrain, so it is going to slow you down.
Oh.
If you go at a fast pace, it would essentially allow you to cut through that.
Where-
Obviously, you'd be less stealthy.
It also wears down,
It could wear you out. That is correct.
which is not great in snow at all.
Slow and stealthy.
Walking.
Dude.
Walking at a normal pace will not slow you down exceptionally more than what you've been going, and it will help prevent you from wearing yourself out, but you'll still be less than stealthy. And if you go at a slow pace, you'll be more stealthy, harder for people to see you. You'll be able to cover your tracks better, things of that nature. Although, to be fair, you are currently plowing through freshly smoothed out snow from the avalanche.
We're like Will Smith in the snow, Fresh Prince.
God damn it!
Slow
God
pace,
damn it! Butters, I hate you.
Slow pace.
Slow pace.
Slow pace.
Slow pace.
Okay, everyone.
Wait, it's not worth it. Honestly,
The
I
fast
don't
pace ain't
care.
though either.
No, not fast. We go normal. It doesn't matter if we stealth. We are leaving a trail of where we are.
Well, some of us are.
Huh?
There are some who are just leaving mild footprints to be covered, and then the rest of them are just leaving this big fucking
Do you
trail.
want to talk about how deep the imprint in from Story's feet are? From how morbidly thick that man is?
He's not even leaving footprints. He's literally leaving a line.
He's plowing through it. Yeah.
Okay, let's just go normal
So normal
pace.
pace.
Fine.
Okay. If you're wanting to do this with the attempt at stealth, I mean, you can roll a stealth check.
Oh, why not for fun? If we manage to stealth, hey, but if we don't, then fuck. We
Um,
do.
so-
It's gonna happen anyway.
Stealth looks
To
good. I
be
got a
honest,
4.
Story isn't really trying. We're in the middle of the snow. We're vastly different colors to the snow. Anything that could
Dren did
remotely
make some of
see
your things white. Just a reminder.
some.
For fun, I guess. Just stealthing for funsies.
He made you look like a rock with snow in it.
Yeah.
In
Ah.
on. Your moss has been replaced with snow for an hour.
I'm a moving rock, but I'll roll with.
You're a rolling boulder. It's fine. It's fine.
I have to roll with disadvantage anyway.
No, I didn't do the. I didn't like magically put snow on him. I just physically put snow on him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you just put snow on him. That's
I
right.
can. I can't like. I can only have 3 of the effects active at a time.
And you can't press to digitate him because he's too big.
Yeah. No, I
Alright,
can
so
technically do
everyone at normal
section by
pace.
section, but yeah. You basically
Some
take
of
up
us got
2 of my uses.
Mm-hmm. Also, were you wanting
Big
to
boy.
roll as well, Dren?
Yeah. Sorry, I was doing something. What's his stealth looking like? Where is it? First of all, there it is. It's kind of big.
Big boy.
Big.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
Exactly 13 and a fourth. So, making your way, you're able to keep from being super obvious about your presence there. Although, I'd say Azaria would be amongst those who would be able to notice that occasionally, not super close to you, but close enough that you're able to know that you're still in range of being watched. You glance towards some of the cliff edges looking for that creature, and instead occasionally get glimpses of wolves. Not coming down, not moving towards you, just seeming to just watch you at a distance.
Question.
Mhm.
Are they normal wolves or are they white wolves?
The majority of them appear to have either a light gray or white fur. Whether or not they are larger than normal wolves, making them otherwise, is currently unknown to you.
Heck. I'll keep my eyes out for more of them.
Alright. Make a perception check. You do see a few of them, and the thing that catches your attention, you're coming to a point where you're going to have to make camp, and your guide starts moving you towards this kind of overpassing arch, kind of like a makeshift cave almost. As you're keeping your eyes open, as you're making your way towards it, getting ready to get some bush and try and make a fire of some sort, you glance towards those walls and you see them not keeping pace with you anymore. They seem to be falling behind slightly, watching you from a distance, seeming to kind of pace about anxiously, stare towards you, and then finally just turn around and start walking away.
Is that normal wolf behavior?
Walking into something else's territory.
That's
At least an assumption. Might be wrong.
why I was asking him.
You're no wolf expert.
Oh, do I know? Because I'm a nature person? Roll for that?
Roll a nature check.
Yes. Where is it? 12 plus 6, 18.
Okay. You've read up on various different things. Wolves were a passing thing that you've read before. But you've also read on various things regarding territories and such as that. It's possible that you're entering either an area that the wolves consider to be other wolves' territory, or an area that has some danger that the wolves either instinctively or actively are aware of and try to avoid.
We're moving towards a place where they don't want to go. But keep your eyes out.
Would I be able to make a similar check as well? Also based on the fact that I read.
God, you were far away from your mind.
Yes, he is. Sure.
Also
you can
based
make
on
it.
the fact
You can make the
I
roll.
don't know. I don't know whether or not I'd have any advantage because I read up on this area before we.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
You have the same inclinations as Figment does.
That is fair.
Your guide kind of looks back towards where the wolves are and gives a very, very small nod. Not as confident, but seeming to be one of understanding as they begin setting up the camp wordlessly, just getting everything ready, getting a fire big enough for warmth, but small enough that it won't smoke you out from your area. Settles down and
How long does it take her to make a camp?
if you're setting up tents, it'll take longer. If you're just looking to just set up the fire pit, fire, stuff
I
as
already
that,
got a tent.
10 to 15 minutes.
Hmm.
Oh, you don't have a tent? Oh, I'm sorry.
God, that sounded so rude and mean. God, why?
Because I'm laughing because of the fact that I know that you don't have any reason to have the tent. Tharius has your tent.
Motherfucker.
You thought that he didn't think this through? Silly.
Dren's tent is a very small circus tent.
Yeah,
Nah, I'm
Yumi doesn't
fucking.
need a tent. She has a backpack.
She's a back.
So is it evening?
Yeah, well, the sun is going down, and she is having you set up camp early to avoid going into sundown in the cold.
Yeah. Story is going to position. So you said this is an arch, right? So
Like
he's
on the
going to
side of a
position
mountain.
himself. Yeah, he's going to position himself basically back against the mountain, so that he's able to sort of see both sides of the, like both the entrances.
There's only one
This
entrance.
arch.
Like I said, it's a
Okay.
cave in the
I-
mountainside cliff, the cliffside.
Okay.
So, and
I
it's
thought you
arched.
said it was an arch.
Yes, I said
Okay.
the entrance is arched.
Oh, I thought you meant.
I may have made it sound as though there's two entrances. There's one entrance. Otherwise, the
Yeah,
heat wouldn't
I
be able
thought
to
it was
remain
like.
in the cavern.
I thought it was just like there's just a hole that goes through to another side of the mountain, but
No, it's just a cave.
How deep is the? Do we know how deep the cave goes?
You're able to see the back wall. So at most
Alright.
60 feet, 90 feet.
Just purely, just in case, Guru, I'm going to dancing lights in here, and I'm going to send it. Walk around the cave, send it up all the walls, ceilings, and on the side.
Make a perception or survival check.
The exact fucking thing. Okay.
Wow.
The entrance to this place makes it clear that this area is too high for, creatures like yourself to be able to reach up and like touch the ceiling. Which you look up there first just to make sure of, nothing big's hiding out, no spiders, nothing like that. Which if there are spiders in the cold, that's pretty terrifying. But as you bring it down lower, as you're looking around, you do notice at a few areas where you're able to see that because of the way this is set up, only part of the front area has any snow, because it's drifted in from stuff like the avalanche and things of that nature. But part of the other areas towards the back is more stone, more solid ground, a little bit lifted away from casual snowfall. But there's bits of the back wall that have puddles of water. Very cold if you want to touch it, but water is in little puddles around the back.
How big are these puddles?
Back.
And how
Are we in
deep do they
combat?
go?
Not very deep. In fact, most of it looks like it's either started to freeze over or has evaporated, gone away in some manner. They're at deepest an inch deep. This area, like I said, is mostly stone, and it's only got maybe a little bit of water stuck in there.
Does this indicate what I think it indicates?
That being,
Something tracked this in here. Like it was once snow, it's melted.
possibly. With your perception check, you'd say that it doesn't look tracked is the thing. That's the main thing you're noticing, because it's not like there's puddles leading down towards where the snow was. It's just towards the backside.
Stilvener will position himself then, so he's facing the entrance, on sort of the far side of the file, I guess.
Okay.
So he's able to see everyone and the entrance.
I will. I have a good amount of time left on this glove. I'll heat it up and I'll put it to the
To the wall.
water.
Water. Okay.
I think he wants to evaporate it.
You're able to make it start steaming up, and makes it a little bit more humid.
I'm not trying to. I'm just seeing if the water is heating up at all.
It is.
Okay, then I'll cut it off there. That's all I was curious about. And where does the puddles? Where are the puddles at in correlation to the, inside?
More towards the back wall. So there's the opening where there's a little bit of snow. You guys move in where you can set up your camp, and then further back towards the back wall is where the puddles are.
I'll bring the orbs to the back wall and start putting my hand on it, trying to. Actually, I'll spend 10 minutes to detect magic.
Okay. You ritual cast Detect Magic. You spend some time just kind of looking around, trying to get a sense of if there's anything magical in the area. Detect Magic goes off without a hitch, and as you walk around the back area of the cavern, there's no magical aura that you are sensing.
I'll heat up my glove and just trace it across the wall as well.
You do so. The wall does not appear to absorb too much heat. It is a large wall after all. You do notice as you pass it over one wall that there's a bit of ice that starts to melt off the wall.
Can I grab a piece of cloth and wipe the ice down to see if I can tell if there's anything inside?
It's very thin sheet of ice, so you're able to look through and immediately see that there's the stone behind it, nothing encapsulated in it.
Let's fuck off.
I melt it still.
Okay. You melt it and you make a new puddle.
Yeah. I'll turn it off. Oh, if I go back to the old puddle, is it just in the middle?
Slightly more towards the back wall.
How far from the back wall?
Maybe a foot or two. Actually, no, not a foot or two. Between 5 to 10 feet.
I will stand over the puddle a bit, and I'll stand there for 30 seconds.
Okay.
I'm waiting to see if something drips on my head.
Okay. After a little bit of time, nothing seems to be dripping on your head, and you are still dry.
And can I bring the globes up to the roof at all, or no?
You can bring them close to the roof. How far did they go?
Let me check. Dancing lights. 120 feet.
Oh,
Wait.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's well within that radius.
Yeah.
Within the first 60 feet, you're able to get almost all of them to the roof. There's nothing
Any-
that glimmers and shimmers up there. It is
Perfect.
stone.
Any scratch marks on the ground?
Make a survival check.
I was hoping that'd be part of the perception.
With the perception check, you do notice that there's a few things that are odd about this area, but considering the fact that you also do notice that there have been other creatures like the wolves and such, it's possible that this may have been a area, or even for other people, where different markings are probably from different creatures, but for the most part, nothing that stands out to you as something that you'd be able to pinpoint.
Something's going on here. Something weird. I can say that. So,
Hooray.
So the usual.
no, not the usual.
Guru, would
Well,
I be
this
able
is
to
a-
make any kind of check?
This is a cave, so maybe something lives there.
That's what I'm thinking, but at the same time, the puddle is throwing me off, to say the least.
Can I look for any tracks or like any signs that a thing lives here, Guru, or has it already been done? I was gone for a few minutes. I'm sorry.
You and Matt, if you both wish to roll survival checks, I will allow it.
Yes,
Dren
go.
has been doing the survival check and looking around for the last like half an hour for you guys. At half an hour at least. So you've been just watching him do all this stuff. You can make your own inspections as you need.
But then again, Dread is also weird, so
Yeah. Being fair and honest to his character.
15 total for survival.
I see it.
Ooh.
Just waiting on Madrino to make his roll. 14. Zarya, there are scratch marks that are occasionally around. You see an area where it looks like something was trying to like scratch into part of it, which you'd guess might have been from possibly a wolf or something like that. Maybe a dog brought in by a person. With the 18 survival check, you realize immediately as you're looking over everything that trying to make distinctions of these marks is going to be not impossible, but it's going to require someone who's a lot more skilled to be able to determine what exactly made these, as they are made on stone. And stone doesn't exactly hold tracks the same way that dirt or snow does, and the fact that you didn't see any when you were coming in, likely from the avalanche, which doesn't help, means that it's, at the moment, as you're looking it over, pretty close to impossible to determine what was here before you. It doesn't look like it's been lived in recently, but if there was anything that was in here, you currently have no idea what it is.
Okay, Guru. How big is the entrance?
My result though.
Hmm?
Is it the same result for?
He just said the result you
I
got.
just told you your results.
That was what he just targeted that whole thing at you.
Yeah, that was for you.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
You're
I
fine.
got cut out.
Yeah.
Basically, it's stone and you're not sure what all has lived here. Currently,
Okay.
it looks unoccupied.
Thank you.
All
I'm
right, so
sorry I
how-
got cut out.
It's fine. How big is the entrance?
Entrance is a good 60 feet up.
60 feet up. Okay.
Yeah, so from the snow to the
No,
top
I don't care about up.
entrance.
Width.
A width? Width-wise, it's about the same distance.
6. So it's like. Alright. Can you cast alarm more than?
No,
I don't believe so.
It doesn't say you can.
unfortunately. I think it just overwrites the one you said already.
Why would it? It's not concentration.
Click on alarm for me.
Yeah, I was reading through it. One second.
Set an alarm. Choose a door window area until the spell ends. An alarm when you cast the spell, designate creatures won't set off the alarm. You can choose whether the alarm is mental or audible. This ping awakens you if you're sleeping audible. It does not say anything about whether or not you can do it with more than once. I'll allow it.
I think the only caveat is I think if you do get an alarm, at least a mental alarm, you can't tell which one it is.
That's why I'm not doing a mental alarm. I'm going to take an hour to set up alarms throughout the front of the cave, and it is going to be audible.
Are you going to make them different ones, or are you going to just make them all the same?
What do you mean?
You can set
All
them to
different noises.
You can set them to different sounds.
It doesn't fully
says-
matter to me because it's just
Yes.
all at the front door of the cave. Or the
It
front
says
entrance.
the sound of a handbell, specifically.
I think it's just giving examples there.
Which I would allow, but handbell's fine.
Yeah, because it will echo because it's a fucking cave. So as long as someone's awake, we should be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it took an hour to set that up. Then I'll say we're somewhat safe, not fully. We should sleep and get.
That sounds wonderful. Watch.
I will keep my eyes open for the first, if that is alright with all of you.
I'll take second.
Guru, just to humor me, how you said we got here and it was still somewhat light outside.
Yes.
How many hours till sundown?
Sun is going down shortly. You've been traveling for a few hours. After noon. When
So
the
how much
avalanche
time
happened.
would you give it?
Till sundown?
Yeah.
With the amount of time you've spent currently doing your alarm and such like that, it's cresting the mountains.
Alright. Alright. Yeah, alright. So what is it? 6 times 20. So it's 120 by 20 area of alarm. Yeah, alright. Yeah, that's good enough.
Okay.
Or, no, it's 60 by 20. What the fuck? Yeah, 60 by 20 because it's the entire interest in 20 feet.
Okay.
See, it wouldn't even take me an hour. It would have taken me 30 minutes. What the fuck am I thinking? Yeah, there you go.
You're fine. You're thinking it was 10 foot.
Yeah.
So, who's taking first watch with your guide?
Me.
Alright. Who's taking second watch?
Me.
I'll take third
I'll-
watch.
Too.
I'll take second with you. Oh, no, never mind. We don't need 3 on it.
Okay.
I'll take third.
Alright. So, first watch. Natural 20. So, your
My
guide is
perception.
keeping both eyes open.
12 plus 4, which is 16.
16 is not bad at all. You keep your eyes open. You hear the howling winds beginning to pick up throughout the night, and you're glad you chose to bed down and start prepping all this when you did. Any later, and it would have been completely pitch black and made it very difficult for people to be able to look around, especially without anyone. For those who are without dark vision and the like, it would be even harder. Looking out, you can see faint bits of white flecks, snow beginning to fall again. The tracks that you've left looks like they, well, at the very least, have a fresh coating of snow over them, which will be helpful, but right now you're just worried about keeping your eyes open.
Cool.
First watch goes off without a hitch. You make aware your companions, and second watch begins. So, second watch. Roll yourselves some perception checks. Dwarvener, you are well wound and
Well, wow.
prepared. That's, to be fair, he doesn't technically sleep. He's
No, but saying that made me think he has like a fucking wind-up key in his back.
to be fair, that's
They
how I
kind of
usually
know it.
imagine Gearforged myself occasionally. It's obviously they're trying to make sure that their parts and pieces work together correctly, but at the same time,
All this time I've been inspecting store and I didn't realize he had a fucking wind-up toy.
He's just like completely motionless, and sort of the glow that you normally see in the cracks, like sort of the nooks and crannies of his surface, are like glowing less.
Oz is ready.
Have a nice.
But it does say it doesn't render you unconscious, and you can see and hear as normal. So
So creepy.
Yes.
you see his eyes glowing in the shadows.
he sees all.
It's fine. I don't have the screwdriver out for any particular reason.
They call Dren the all-seeing.
No! Why?
Looking around, keeping your eyes open, you see the heavier snowfall. And as you're keeping your eyes open, there's a faint sound that at first you kind of brush off, because you're hearing the sound, how the wind going. And it's loud enough that, especially with the area you're in, that it should not be too big of a deal. But there's also another underlying sound that you just barely managed to pick up on. It sounds like every now and then, just then it goes away. It's silent for a little bit. Then
I want to look around. Do I notice anything?
not in the cave. Outside the cave, you're looking around, you see the snow falling down, but at the moment you do not see anything moving. You don't see anything that would stand out to you. Besides the sound, everything else is quiet.
So it sounds like wind, but is there any wind?
There's wind,
Like, for real?
Like I said,
Okay.
there is that wind, but there's a second underlying sound every now and then when the wind will die down slightly. You'll hear something else and the reason why you actually managed to pick it out is because at one point there's the sound and then it pauses, like it ends right before the wind picks back up. And then there's another time where it starts up halfway after the wind has died down a little bit.
So it's like it's starting late or early.
It's starting it whenever it so feels like, unlike the wind, which seems to be having not a set pattern, it's wind, but whenever it dies down enough for you to actually be able to hear it, it seems to be fading. So it's not closer to you. But there's a point where it gets a little bit louder, and it's looking around, you don't see anything still, but you hear a little bit of a before it has that howling wind pick back up, the sound goes away, and then the next time you hear the sound it is further away.
Fucking shit. Okay. I'll head back into the cave. Inform Story that there's some weird shit outside.
Wait, you walked out of the cave by yourself?
She like poked her head out the cave.
Good way to die.
Okay, anyway, as I just said. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm playing my character.
Why are you unconscious on watch?
He is inert. He can't move. He must remain motionless for the whole long rest. Or at least 6 hours of it.
Why can you take a perception check if you're trying to rest?
I can see and hear as normal. I mean, to be fair, I'm not sure whether that means I can make an active perception check or just take passive. But
It could be an active, but essentially it's you have to remain motionless, but you could still make slight speech, things of that nature. Your body has to remain motionless. You can technically cut it off early to be able to go into combat if necessary, but for the most part, you're basically just recalibrating. It's basically pausing an update to be able to say, hey, hold on a second, before I shut down completely, I just need to save this file.
Windows
I feel
update
like-
for Warforged.
Yeah, I feel like Story probably wouldn't be speaking through it.
Fair enough.
So start poking with a screwdriver.
I mean, if you're poking enough, he will eventually come out of it for a brief moment. To just kind of, basically coming out of it is just just basically he turns his head to you. Like the glow kind of comes back. And he goes, "Why are you poking me?"
I can't tell if you can hear when you're in that state.
Yes, I can. I just can't move.
How is he? You know what? Never mind.
What?
There's something outside, and I'm going to sit behind you just in case it comes in.
Fair enough.
I'll spend the rest of my watch tinkering on his joints.
Story will go back to his rest.
Okay.
I'm keeping my ears out for that shit, but she needs to calm down because I freaked her out.
As you're listening, the sound seems to have died down, and the only sound you hear is the wind. And it's next watch. I would like
Rose,
more
screwdriver it,
perception
posted
checks.
to wake up.
I'll have Dragon near the entrance of the cave, like closer to the entrance than we are.
Who else is on this watch?
It is just Azaria and Trent.
Was Eris taking a watch?
I don't believe Med said that he was taking a watch.
Eris.
I know Mad said something.
That's it.
I said third.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, this is third watch, yeah.
Was it you
I-
or was it Limey?
Don't
I
think
thought
Limey
Ivy said she was taking second.
That's what I thought.
That's why I was
Limey!
confused.
I haven't heard Limey in a while, so.
Oh my god, Limey's talking, I can't hear her. Fuck.
Dog.
Limey.
Bold.
Hi.
There you
Ella.
are.
Did you say what watch you were taking?
I said second, but
I didn't see you roll your
Um,
perception check.
that's because two people already rolled. I figured that NPR had already said as
It
well.
wouldn't be the
because
first time
I
we
know-
had-
He's
You can
I
have
know
three
when we-
people
He's
on
pretty much-
watch.
he's pretty much like in all three of the watches because he just kind of like he doesn't go
He doesn't
unconscious
shut
when
down.
That's true. So if you wanted to, you could still roll.
Yeah, that's why I didn't really say which watch you'd take because he's just kind of taking all of them.
Okay, with an 18, well,
No,
actually,
I no night vision.
yep, no night vision. But I'll still allow the 18 for hearing.
Okay.
which you do hear the sound as well, but when you're looking outside, you barely make out the snowflakes in front of your face. So it's just like, I mean, yeah, that helps and whatnot, but you have no idea what Yumi's talking about in terms of what's supposed to be out there. You're just hoping that, if it does decide to move or do anything, that it comes to where you can actually see it, preferably.
Just spent the rest of the watch doing much the same as Yumi's doing, which is bundling up next to Story.
The rock
Just a
has no
minute.
viable warmth, I don't think.
You can make him warm.
Just set a fire under Story.
I mean, he is near the fire, so I don't know, the fire might have warmed him up.
It'll warm over
He
his
is
front.
extra shield.
But yeah, I just imagine like a single you're looking out and it's like you just can't see anything, and then a single snowflake hits your snoot, and it's just like,
He's cold.
Mad, you should probably roll perception for the third watch, by the way.
Yeah, I just didn't want to interrupt Limey. Perception. That's a 9.
Oh, Christ.
Don't worry, we have an owl at the front of the cave.
Alright, I guess roll perception for them.
Wait, do I need it? Gru, do you want me to roll perception for owl or for drag?
Yeah.
Alright, I wasn't gonna. Do I get advantage?
If it's here.
Foresight.
Sight, yeah, so. Would I?
I said it would be for sight, yes.
Okay. Just so you know, it's also hearing. It's keen hearing and sight they have. Yeah, about the same as me.
Wow.
ooh,
It's
Ooh.
windy. The winds actually
Yeah.
seem to have picked up slightly. Doesn't really seem to be noticing anything more than you are.
Okay.
Cool.
this shit. The watches are like, oh, sorry, my voice went really weird then. The watches are like 4 hours long, right?
Give or take, yes.
Okay, so like halfway through the second watch, he would have like woken up basically. So he would
Wait,
actually-
so the long rest takes place over 12 hours, Guru?
Considering the fact that it is dark the entire time, yeah.
That's okay.
we
That
get
means
up.
at some point, during the middle of the night, I'd have to recast a long.
Which would be during your watch, yes. You could do that.
Is that the normal time or no? I'm confused.
You're in the
That would
mountains. It's gonna
take-
stay dark for a fucking while.
No, I'm just talking about long rest in general.
I actually don't know how long rests usually are. It says
Long
at
rests are
least 8
generally
hours.
around 8 hours because of the fact that this is going to be darker until the sun comes up. It's being pushed a little bit longer.
A longer rest.
Yeah, so halfway
Elongate.
through. Elongate. Halfway
So
through
at this
the
point, I've gotten a long rest in.
Yes.
Alright.
I think the 12 hours thing is just so that, like, I don't know, everyone gets 8 hours of sleep. And also, we all have an opportunity to get a watch.
Plus, in this, normally it would be usually around 3 hours or so. However, due to the fact that, again, it is going to be dark for a lot longer, that is why it is the way that it is for currently.
I'd probably start waking people up halfway through the watch. Like, Just because it's still dark outside doesn't mean we need to be sleeping for 12 hours.
Hmm.
Like we
It's
can get
still
some
dark,
food
meaning we
in
can't
us.
do anything.
But we can get some food in us. That way we can, as soon as it start getting light, we can immediately head out and the camp can be packed.
It is a fair presumption. I will assist with this.
Yeah, that's what we'll be doing.
Story will, like, I guess, stand at sort of the entrance and just kind of look out, I suppose. He's not outside, like, he's just inside, but he's looking out.
Okay.
I got a 16, by the way.
You don't notice any noises that are particularly catching your attention at this moment. Eventually, you're able to wake up, get some food in you, be able to head out for the day at your own convenience, of course.
I'll reapply the white to whoever I had it on.
Alright.
If Story's okay with it, I'll reapply the snow that was just kind of on him.
You know it.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. Your guide gives you a faint nod and starts leading the way again. Same pace?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same pace.
Okay, and you're not bothering with stealth rolls, you're leaving tracks, and you're just gonna keep going?
Is it possible to not leave tracks?
I mean, it's certainly possible to
Right.
try, especially since some of you are wearing snowshoes.
Two of us are.
Two of you.
I'll give it a go.
Min is just looking out for animals. Just,
Um,
saying things about them.
Story's not even gonna try. He knows he's gonna leave tracks. There's no stopping that.
Well,
Fuck it. YOLO.
ooh.
You're probably being carried in the fear that if you take one wrong step, you're just invisible.
She
That's what the
started
snowshoes are
snoring.
for.
It's still if you hit a very weak spot.
Just imagine you just take
I am
one step
very
and just.
stealthy.
Honestly, I feel like that's one of the things Jimmy would enjoy.
Yes.
That we just see
The
like
Goblinoid has found a hole to hide in.
we just see like this bulge in the snow that's just running around slowly towards us, and then
You know
out
those
pops
videos that you see of like the little dogs who are nothing but a
Yeah.
lump in dough that are running around?
Yeah,
That's you.
yeah.
Guru,
Yes.
how's my back feeling, Kurt?
1 second here.
Just wondering.
It's a good day. Like today's one of those days where you wake up and it is nothing really affecting your back. It's a good day. Really good day.
Alright.
It's surprisingly good.
Did you roll a fucking 1?
No. Rolling low means more likely to have bad things happen. I rolled-
No.
Hmm?
No, that's the opposite from what we did last time.
Oh, that's the
High is
opposite?
bad from what
Oh,
you did
in which
last time.
case you're in excruciating pain.
We rolled a natural.
No.
You tried.
I was
And
like,
that
wait, no,
100.
last time you said rolling high was bad. You're like, oh, really? Well, sucks to be you.
Your
Did I
thing is
ever
rolling
make-
low, mine is apparently rolling high.
Did I ever manage to make that brace for him now that I think about it?
Not yet.
He also didn't request for you to do it. In fact, he said not to.
Hmm
He thought it was a waste of time. or believed
And-
to at least.
I remember her saying she was gonna make it anyway in case it could help.
He has arthritis.
I believe if you wanted my passive stealth to add to it, that'd be a 4.
4.
Excellent, excellent.
-1 from Dex, -5 because he would have advantage.
Excellent, excellent. So, unstealthily, you make your way down.
We're not a very stealthy party.
No.
We were before, just now, not anymore.
You're more confident. You're like, yeah, we don't have to be that. And your guide
confident.
kind of looks back at you like, you should be ashamed of yourselves. But every now and then you'll just see them like step crunch of the snow and just kind
No.
of watch them flinch slightly under their feet, just like I'm not being very.
You want to know what
And then
happened?
sticks his tongue out at the guide whenever the guide looks back at them in a mean way.
It's a
You
hot
wanna know-
Goliath woman, just so you're aware.
Yeah.
Giving you
It's
context.
fine.
Do you want to know what happened just with that stealth? That's all. All I can imagine is what NPR and fucking Butter said.
Hmm.
She hit a weak spot. So it's just oh.
Tharius reaches down, pulls you out of it.
I'm stuck in a pit of my own making because you can't climb out of it.
Roll a survival check.
All of us?
No, just her.
Okay.
It's exceptionally fucking hard to climb back out of snow.
Do you survive?
Jesus, what?
You're surprised by this hole. You're like, what in the world? You were not expecting there to be just an area that was soft enough for you to just kind of collapse into. I mean, it's impressive, really.
Did I accidentally stumble into plot?
Into plot? I mean, that's always an option.
Why is it weak now?
Anything special about this whole guru? Can I survive?
It's
Can I
gonna be
fix
like
it?
the chair and crit roll.
You have fallen
What's-
into a hole.
It's
Are
fantastic.
there any plants around?
No plants. Granted, there are some trees off in the sides, and anyone who wants to can make a perception check, of course.
I'm stuck in a hole. Perception of what?
You were dragged out of the hole by Tharius. I said he reached down, pulled you out.
Ooh, I got a juicy roll.
Type it in.
I'm on my way.
Is this in relation to the hole at all, or no?
This is in relation to everything else before the hole.
Okay, yeah, so I'll actually roll it. Drin is not caring about this fucking hole at all. 12.
Tharius.
My boy. My sweet man.
He's working
My,
hard.
my sweet baby boy.
Cheers, Ben.
Dragon's up there with the 14 big
I'm the
flying
best.
through the sky with the beautiful bitches he is.
Beautiful bitches, plural.
I have the best roll this far. I'm the new leader of the group. Yeah.
Please say nothing. I beg you to say nothing.
Eris, Azaria, Figment, and the guide all notice something, which the guide, when they see it, they do make a motion towards it to make sure that you're aware of it. And looking up towards it, you can see slightly off in the distance, probably still a good couple miles off and above the ridge, you can see what appears to be some kind of semi-crystalline spire. And the guide makes motion to it and just kind of, it's not an offhanded remark, let me just put it that way. They're clearly a little bit nervous as they point towards it, but it's more like a I'm aware of this issue and I don't like talking about it sort of manner, which
What is
I like
that?
towers.
What is that?
The area is, we're moving into territory that will be exceptionally dangerous.
Oh, great.
as if you were not prepared for such, but
Oh,
That-
got it. Mage armor.
that area used to be home to kin. I say that in the loosest sense, as giants of the full-blooded are often ones who look down upon even us Goliath and even Furbolgs.
Rude.
Why can't we just go around it?
We can. It is a place where creatures likely could hole up in, since last we reached out to them, we've heard nothing but silence. It's quite
Maybe they
possible
died.
they've-
So what
Highly
is this?
I highly doubt that they've left, or well, it's more likely that they left than they died. It is it's a giant outpost. Most of the giants up here, if we're lucky, are cloud giants, but we're not one of the lucky tribes. Our nearest neighbors tend to be frost giants.
I rolled really high on knowing what giants were last time. What do I know about frost giants?
Oh, you know a little bit about them. Let me grab this here.
Would I know anything about them?
Roll a
You
history
remember
check.
we
Cool.
rolled when we were at the fucking cloud place because I just asked if I knew what a giant was. And I rolled like
So
You can roll another
No!
history check.
Story would sort of just point to the tower and say, well, what is the tower?
Ants live there, or maybe they don't anymore, but they did.
Any of us or just those two? Just curious.
I
Oh,
will-
Guru, you're telling me to roll again?
Yes.
I thought you just
Can I
told me I
roll
know a
too?
good bit about frost giants.
I'm aware, but I want to know how much a good bit is. Okay,
Aw.
I rolled 2 because I'm smart.
I'll allow it.
Heck. History, okay.
Yes, history.
Where is it?
So smart. I wish I could use that as an excuse with my rogue.
Oh my god, I'm getting so many good rolls today. 18? 16 plus 2? No, the caps lock.
You're fine. Frost giants are lesser known. Even finding bits about them in books tends to be he said, she saids from what other people have written down rather than from people's interactions with them. They're not exactly a communal people who will share their history with others, which makes it difficult. Granted, that same isolation sort of mentality does reveal that they're a bit more on the barbaric side. They tend to be ones who hunt rather than gather. They're ones who seem to have no aversion to the cold. The cold is just another place where they can move about and do as they wish. They will make things out of the loot of what they have fought and killed, whether it be animals, where they will use their pelts to make their armor, or even the deceased items, or the items of the deceased enemies they've faced, whether it be humanoid or other giants. They're not the nicest bunch. Which most of that, Mia, you would know most of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dren knows up until the fact that humanoids are also amongst people that they will take the items from to make armor and such as that.
Not very friendly, but as long as we, as we stay out of their range, we should be fine.
Unless they're hungry enough.
Let's go around.
As I mentioned, they're not there, which is a good thing, but this is nearer to where the people have been going missing.
Oh.
I'm not going to say or recommend that we go towards it, but keeping our eyes towards that area just in case may be a wise choice, just because if this is what's causing these people to go missing, we would need to, at the very least, retreat and make sure it is made aware. We're not here to harm you or kill you. We're here for fighting a creature, I'm aware. If it comes to giants, we will leave, but keep your eyes open.
I will look to Dragon and nod towards him in the air, and I'll send him off and tell him to fly up to near the a very tall, like very high in the air, and do 3 circles like within 80 feet of the tower, like 80 feet around this tower. Do 3 circles, then fly back.
Okay. Fair enough.
And I'll put my hand on whoever's in front of me shoulder.
That'd be Figment.
Yeah, we're
put my
holding
hand on-
hands. Oh no, we're holding hands.
No.
Figment,
Oh.
you feel a hand on your shoulder as Dren kind of gets that 1,000-yard stare of arcane energy in his eyes.
Mood.
Yeah. Then I'll just have Dragon do that.
Okay.
I'm saying fucking using dice because I'm not rolling good on roll 20.
Story would. Hold on, I'm about to say something about abilities.
Okay.
Ugh. Okay. I'll turn off my mic, don't worry. Okay, so. Yeah, what would story say again? Oh, yeah. Well, if there are people there and they're still alive, then I would say we go and try and get them out.
I imagine just everyone turns to look at Story aside from Dren.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dren can't hear.
Just everyone looking at him like, I'm sorry, bitch, say what?
Well, perhaps we can communicate.
Just because I have the same language doesn't necessarily mean that speaking with them is the best idea. Not if they are as dangerous as they sound to be.
Story. I love your enthusiasm, baby. I absolutely love it. It's one of your best qualities. These are not the kind of giants that can be communicated with easily. And one misstep can get us all killed.
Yes. Which, as I've said, they should not be a thing of difficulty, per se, as we've not heard from them in some time. We did some trading with them, but not to a great extent.
So you've tried communicating with them before, and it worked, or not?
Essentially, we went about it as wisely as we could. When we would approach their area, we would have a banner of red cloth to reveal ourselves against the white of the snow. And when we were approached, we asked for their permission to enter their lands. We did not make it sound as though we were giving them this land. We did not make it sound as though we were being submissive, but we asked their permission as people who were simply looking to do similar to them. We did not take anything from their lands, only to speak and to trade if they had things with which to do so, in which case we were able to make them a few minor things here and there, make fixes, amendments to their armor or clothing if they brought it in, and there was a tentative mutual understanding, which is why when we came and no one has responded to us, we were under the presumption that they had decided to abandon this outpost for one reason or another.
Your people or the... Oh yes, your people.
My people, yes.
Well, perhaps something happened which angered the giants.
I should hope not.
It sounds like, they didn't really have a reason until that point to be hostile to you.
They've not been.
Towards your
If they
people.
were wanting to come in and attack us, they would have done so. They've had the proximity. They've had the
think-
manpower.
I'm misunderstanding. You say the giants are the ones that are holding these people.
No, I said that we don't know. I thought I made that. My apologies if I have not made that as clear as I can. These disappearances have been occurring, but as I mentioned, the giants in this area are tentative allies, or were until they went missing. We've not heard from them in some time. I'm not saying that
Okay.
they are to blame. To say so would be a great misplacement of what we have been able to do with them. We have been able to have a peace and to throw such dangerous accusations.
So, why would they be hostile to us?
I don't know. We have not been able to speak with them, and I do not believe that they are there. If we are able to enter into their fortification and speak with them, I would greatly prefer and appreciate it, but
So, why are we afraid?
because this is the area where people have gone missing. Whether it is from them or
Yes,
not.
but we're afraid of the giants of all things, instead of something else mysterious
I
that
do
could be
not speak
causing
for your
disappearances.
companions. I have no fear of the giants. I only have tentative respect and
I think, if anything, if there are giants around, perhaps they could be of use. We could help them, and in return, you can gain information on what they know of the disappearances.
it is possible, but that would depend. Your friends make it sound as though they do not wish to approach this area. If you feel otherwise, we can certainly go that way.
Well, it is a group decision.
Your guide kind of looks between you all and waits for your response and decision on this matter, deciding whether or not you want to go towards the giant's outpost.
Absolutely not.
Here's,
can go
I'm already
around.
going.
Hopping back in the for Figment's outburst just real quick. Figment, just so you're aware, the guide did say that they are not worried about the giant or the giants. If anything, going to speak to the giants might be helpful in letting them know what's in the area. They just don't know why they've been out of contact with them. So your guide is not afraid of them. Just so you're aware.
Caution is our best friend here. Hide the menacing tower in the distance, and I think we should, but
To be fair, we threw caution to the wind when we left a trail about as deep as I am tall.
Oh, I say a little bit taller than that. Now,
Yes,
personally... Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say that I think the trail is quite a bit deeper.
Tharius looks back at you guys, gives a very slow yeah, because it's like up to his waist, which is definitely taller than her. Like I said, this is some deep snow.
Hopping into the trail to test this theory.
Okay, there she go. I mean, if it hasn't been any sight of giants, then how long has it been now? I turned to the guide.
I'd say at least a good month and a half.
Oh,
Just
I
from the
personally-
whole. Go ahead.
Wait, Guru, are we still moving?
No,
I thought we were like at the tree line.
you're at this point where you've been stopped by your guide when they were pointing out the citadel.
I personally would like to go see whether or not there are actually any giants in there anymore, and if there are, exactly why they haven't been seen in about a month. Since apparently that's a little unusual, guys.
Why have we stopped moving?
If they're friendly, then I mean, well, let's not use the word friendly. If they don't attack like they're mad, then I mean they might be safe so long as we don't piss them off.
I turn to Jen. Aren't we waiting for your bird to come back?
You can't
Wait,
hear
you can't.
you.
Yeah, you can't.
hear.
Yeah, no, he said it
He
still.
said it because
Okay.
he's
Confused.
because you
Okay.
guys aren't moving.
Okay.
And I'm trying to hold his hand. She's trying to take it off the shoulder and hold
Why
it.
are you trying so desperately
I
to
don't
do that? That's
He's bored.
harassment.
I put my hands together, flat palms together, and I put them up to my mouth when I hear Dren say that, and I just look at him.
He's
He can't
not
see you.
able to-
I know. Oh yeah, I know. I'm contemplating how to take advantage of the situation.
Nah, this is from the hole. There's just a pair of goblin eyes looking at you.
Well,
That's nice.
Oh.
Wish.
Well,
I
I
just
suggest
embraced my goblin phase.
She's a gome. That's all.
She's a goat.
Oh.
It's either that or a noblin.
I think I like
love
Noblin.
Noblin. Okay.
Noblin's pretty nice.
Noblin's really good, yeah.
Crew, how long until my fucking
going or
bird gets there?
It's going to take me as the bird flies about 10 minutes.
Oh, I got 10 minutes. I got 10 minutes to think of some way to work with us.
He basically will just calculate that, then go back to his eyes. He's like, okay, why are we stopped?
I thought we were waiting for your bird. Yeah, we're
We are
discussing whether or not we're gonna go and see.
Why would we go there? Either way, I'm just trying to see if there are people are there or not.
Because
That's what
See the
I'm
point in
saying.
us going.
Well, apparently this is the place where people have been disappearing from, and they're having
But
been
if we go to
excited.
talk to them, one of us, he looks around the party, not pausing on anyone, could piss them off. And then start something.
that's why you would not be speaking. It would be I myself.
You
Or
actually,
her.
us speaking would anger us. The only way to anger.
I thumb
Oh.
over to Eris. Or her.
Well, we don't know if there are people there in the first place.
That's why the bird's going.
We're also investigating missing people, and your bird is not good at survival.
And let's see exactly what the bird sees, and then we can make a decision from there. Wait till you have all the information.
Just
Not a bad
because I
I'm sorry.
Oh, let me up for the nice little furball gal.
And
Just because she's giant, don't mean she's a people person.
also, we have to realize if the giants are the one that took them, the fuck are we going?
No, she's saying the giants are missing.
I've
That's what.
repeatedly said that. Yes.
Yes. Then why are we even speaking about going there to speak of them or speak to them?
To see what happened to the
And
giants.
if nothing
But you
else,
just said they went missing.
she waits for you to finish. She just gives you this look of just like, are you done?
You're contradicting yourself. Go, please.
We're going there to investigate the disappearance.
And if they did have any sort of disappearance that we can investigate while we're here, it would allow us to at the very least bring back that information as well. If you
Then
require
why
a
are you
bonus
speaking
payment.
about talking to them still? I'm so
You-
confused.
If they are there, we can talk to them. If they are not there, we can look around.
If you wish to continue to berate me while I'm in the midst of explaining myself, I will leave you to your thoughts and your bird. She turns and she just faces the other way, waiting. She's no longer talking to you.
No one is making sense.
You kept interrupting her. She's no longer talking to you.
I don't think going to the Giants is worth it. We have a job to do, and the job doesn't. I don't necessarily know if the job involves those Giants. We should
I
do
don't
what
get
we're
why we
high.
couldn't have
We're
this
actually.
conversation after my goddamn bird got there, so we would not even have to have.
regardless of whether the giants are missing or whether they've just cooped themselves up in their cold, cold tower, the bird is still flying there. We can at least see from here whether they are there or if they are not. Perhaps if they are not there, then the bird can have a look around. But otherwise, if they are there, then perhaps we can start discussing about who can go and talk and who shouldn't go and talk, and that kind of thing.
I agree.
Yes, it's fine. I just think we shouldn't do anything until we actually get an idea of what the situation looks like.
Alright, so fast forward to where the bird gets there.
Make a perception check. The bird begins flying over, and as you see it, just a little bird in the distance, you switch your vision over to its senses, letting yourself watch, wait, and listen.
I told myself I was going to use dice, and they're right next to me. I don't know why I rolled it all.
Yeah! I was sitting there like, buddy! What have you done?
As it circles around, there are a few things that become immediately evident. The place is a stronghold, exactly as was said, but it's a minor stronghold, not quite as impressive as the singular tower that was built makes it look to be, although part of that might also be because of the fact that some of the areas of it have some parts of it that look to be broken in, destroyed segments of it. At one point, as you're going around the tower, the bird wasn't told to investigate anything, but does glimpse what appears to be some kind of large form, maybe a hand, through a window, and then it just keeps flying past.
Was the hand moving?
It was not moving so far as you could see when you flew past.
Oh, I thought you said the hand was flying past. I'm like,
No.
Look his head.
No, it was like basically through the tower in an angle that was difficult to see through. You caught a glimpse of a hand of someone being in there. It wasn't moving because it was just like you noticed it in passing, and then you kept passing right by. And that was on the third pass that you noticed it.
All right.
And then the bird starts flying back.
Yeah. All right.
Everything else, though, this place looks like something got into it.
And like attacked, right?
In some manner, yes.
It looked like something got in and attacked. I saw a hand. It wasn't moving from what I could see. Maybe it was. It was only a quick flyby.
The giants got kidnapped.
I doubt it. I'll just desummon Dragon and then summon him back from my hand and then just make him fly into the air over.
Might just all be dead then.
Maybe. I saw some holes in walls, stuff like that. Nobody was there, but I saw that hand, like I said. Couldn't tell if it was attached to anything. Couldn't tell if it was moving, but I saw it.
Do we think it's worth taking a closer look?
I don't.
I mean, if something killed those giants and whatever killed those giants is still there, then we might not stand a chance. Let's...
But what if that thing happens to be whatever took those people? And now we're just glancing over it.
Then we won't stand a chance against it if we do find.
Well, we don't have to face it. We just have to figure out what's going on. We have to
That's
get
our
this
job.
information back, and then the people who wanted this information can deal with it. We don't have to do anything.
We do.
That sounds
We-
fine to
we-
me.
Should also perhaps keep in mind this spire is quite a distance away still. It's entirely
That's
possible
half an hour
that, well, things can happen in half an hour.
True.
We don't know if we'll come across something that could give us another clue as to what may have happened. If not, perhaps... I don't know. I am disconcerted by this tower, and I, quite frankly, would rather not go near it. I don't like the cold enough as it is, and it looks
Well-
horribly chilly.
Our job is to figure out what's taking people. Like, that's our entire reason that we dropped down in here.
A collection
So,
of creatures
We have
are
a...
surrounding the residents of the city. They seek to hunt, driving them into peril, and potentially other creatures are causing people to go missing, with only one person who's been found covered in frost.
So this is as good a lead I think that we have as any into seeing what the hell did what.
All right.
Regardless, I
It's
believe
okay,
you.
Eris. You can hide behind me.
Isn't she taller than you?
Yes.
Yeah, she's way taller.
Yeah, Eris is just looking down at Figment, just a very distinct "Are you kidding me?" look on her face.
Should worse come to worse, I'll be a good distraction.
Go on, NPR.
Lost my train of thought. Yeah, Story would, I guess, just look at the group and say, well, regardless of what the job is, I feel like it is the right thing to do, to at least investigate things and come back with at least a little bit of information for other people in the future to go on.
But we do already have information, which is the stronghold was broken into, and there appear to be people who are most likely deceased up there. If we can at least take that information back to the
Well, we don't know
tribe.
that or not. We just saw a hand.
A hand can mean anything, depending on whether or not it was attached to the rest of the body.
Exactly, so we don't know if there were people deceased up there.
I like to take the realistic view, and I don't like this place. Too many ways to be injured out here.
Yumi will crawl out of the fucking trail and walk up to Eris and just hold on to her hand.
Just get out the hole!
The hole was warm!
I like that
That's
Asia's
why
like,
she stayed in there!
yeah, okay. Just her trying to hop out of the hole.
Thank you, Butters. We appreciate that.
Eris,
Both of you
I-
two assume I hopped.
Eris, I will do my best to protect everyone else. But we can't give in to fear. If we don't want to do this, and we believe that there is another lead we can go to, then we could. We could just not come here. I'm just saying that I feel like it is the right thing to look at. Of course, that does not mean I'm not looking towards the well-being of the party. What? Sorry, I said that wrong. That does not mean I'm neglecting the well-being of the party.
Doesn't mean I care.
It's not like I like you or anything. 3 different people! The same exact response! What the
A rock
fuck?
with emo hair.
No!
Alright, so out of character, it seems like the general consensus is this is dangerous, very scary, but we need more information before we can do anything or even go back to the village.
Let's go, baby.
Okay.
Story will stick next to Eris.
I'm gonna do that thing that is my whole class thing, and I'm gonna go ahead of the group a little bit and scout out.
Okay. Roll a stealth check,
Mhm.
and then a perception check.
Mhm. Ooh, baby.
Nothing. I see nothing.
Oh shit! Can I say cast
Maybe.
guidance on her before she left?
No,
I appreciate that, but no.
Matter.
It's too late. That's a nat 1.
it's too
Oh.
late, and she's going to be ahead of you, so it would be
Good.
longer than the minute for guidance.
Oh,
It's alright, it's alright. I don't see
Yeah.
anything, but hopefully nothing sees me.
oh,
So as you're going through part of the mountain pass, heading up towards this area, you're ahead of the party by how far would you say?
Let's say 75 feet.
75 feet. Okay.
75 feet.
that's so far. I can't reach you. You
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
You also have to
I'll
think
just
about it
throw
like
you.
this. Usually, what it would do is 75 feet. That's 2 to 3 rounds. Instead,
That's not even 2-3 rounds for me.
no, I'm saying you do have difficult terrain currently, so it makes life a lot harder.
I know, but I can dash.
To be fair,
And then I can dash again.
there's also the fact that the monk doesn't have that issue, and I can't cover that with a dash.
Of course.
That's primarily why I made my shoes this way. Cause I'm like, I'm fucking fast.
Alright, let's just get it done, boys. Get it over with. Rolling initiative, hang on.
So you guys,
Stop doing that. You're wasting all the decent ones.
Fine.
pretty much, yeah. So as you guys continue making your way, falling behind, just kind of watching as Azaria, my apologies, Eris is with you guys, as Azaria is off in front of you guys, taking care of things. I'd presume that Paris is also trying to be perceptive. You can roll a perception check as well.
Hold up. Fuck. There we go. Yep. I mean,
Better than me.
better, but yeah.
I can't wait for that thing where I roll nothing in a 10. It's gonna take a while, but I'm
I was
gonna.
about to say, I'm like, we got a long way to go, baby.
I'm gonna roll my thick d20 for a perception.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get at my home dice like that.
Oh.
I can't tell
I'll
if that's a
have
nut noise or a bad
I have
noise.
Dragon up there with Azaria.
Okay.
That's a 14 for perception.
Okay.
Guru. What does a bedroll consist of?
Generally like a sleeping bag.
Okay. Is it like kind of not cotton, but like fabric, or is it like
It's probably like
Usually
wool.
fabric, yeah.
yeah?
Fabric like wool and such as that.
Story, if Eris wanted, he would give his bedroll to cover you up a bit more.
Aww.
Because he doesn't really use his.
So such a sweetie.
So, Oz, with
Oh.
your 14 perception, you.
Oh wait, what did Dragon get?
I didn't hear or see anything about dragon rolling, and he would.
Yeah, no, he said
didn't
he
see
had-
any. Oh, you're up with Azaria.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he wouldn't notice this. He would. You can roll your perception check for him.
Alright. Yeah.
Oz, why do you have such a big ass? Never mind.
Thick d20.
6.
A 16.
Why do you have such a big ass D?
Azaria, you see the owl's head kind of do that. You know the owl thing where it just snaps around 180?
Oh!
Yeah,
Yes!
I love that.
Yeah, Dragon does that suddenly, just all of a sudden snaps his head around. Figment, you hear the sound of something moving.
Oh.
And right as you're about to say something, your guide also seems to be taking a step back, trying to push themselves in front of you as a creature erupts from the earth, slamming into and just completely taking a bite out of your guide and just kind of shakes him and throws him off to the side as they fall limp.
She's a lady girl.
Okay.
Whoa! What the fuck? She's
I'm
dead
aware.
now. How?
She has been knocked unconscious.
I turn around and she is, I guess.
Who's-
Oh hey.
Yes! Should I?
Gotta use that one. Gotta
Yep.
use that one.
You rolled in that one for initiative, so
Yeah.
we're rolling with that
Guru,
one. What's your dex?
Guru, I 100% knew this is what you're throwing at us.
What?
Because
Who?
I could hear you get inspired
guy.
by crit roll. I'm being real honest, Guru. I could hear it.
I had already planned this before
Hey,
crit roll. This
My
had nothing
dex
to
is
do
a
with them.
fucking 0.
Okay,
So
so nat
Uh,
1.
I
Who's
wish I was
unconscious?
The Goliath.
The guy got grabbed, shook like a baby.
Well, story is
Glorious.
Like a wee
Where's
bag.
down
Figment?
here. Well, either story's down
I
here.
had you put up there because that was the marching order you had given me. So move yourself back.
But I did say I was walking next to Eris.
You did say this.
That's true, he did. I'm
God
not...
damn.
Which one's stars and which one's Figment?
One needs a blue and one needs a pink.
Already done.
Thank you.
Mm,
Figment has a natural 1.
I won't die. Singular die.
Oh, that's right. I will roll. Yeah, I'm rolling.
Also,
Oh,
for
no.
those wondering, this
I'm
is
pretty
over
sure that I
where
haven't
a rogue is.
No, I've
Oh wow, I rolled a 14.
That's all right. Let me check something real quick.
I haven't
We're
rolled
really not
Oh,
that
I-
an
bad.
initiative
Oops,
ever.
that's not what I wanted.
That's cool. I can hit
Still
this thing
wanted the
already.
white. I just want to change the lines darkness. There we go.
Me-
A little easier to see.
Me, Jerk, and Story have all rolled above 10.
That's nice.
This thing rolled like fucking super high.
Ooh, jeez.
Question, where's the guide?
That's.
I'm
Oh,
going to put
man.
them on the map in a moment.
I'm still looking for Mad. Hell.
Mad's in the
I
top
rolled.
left.
They were eaten.
Where you at? What the fuck? I don't
Top
see it.
left.
I'm way up there, but it's all right because I can still
Oh.
shoot from all the way up there.
Okay.
Guru, that is a hot 20 for initiative.
Did you not click on yourself before? Gosh dang it.
I told you I was rolling home dice.
Ah, yeah. Fair enough. Hold on. 1, 2, 3.
I didn't roll home dice on initiative because it's just.
This is the only thing that I rolled well.
I'm not taking chances. Isn't this a super high level enemy?
You don't know shit, Oz.
I have no idea. Can I even see what this thing is from here?
Figment don't know shit.
It
Nobody
looks like
knows
No, I'm
shit.
some
talking.
kind
No, I'm
of
talking out of character.
orange
He ain't gonna tell you.
ridged insectoid looking creature.
Bitch.
Do I know what this is?
At the moment, you're in the middle of combat, so I'm going to say we'll worry about that later.
Alright. Who the?
Just throw-
Oh, damn!
We'll just say that's your Goliath.
That's very appropriate, Guru.
Yeah.
Also, do we
Oh
have
my
battle
God.
music?
I can't heal this bitch, so.
Take your time, take your time.
Wait, was this Goliath a commoner?
They had more than a D10's worth of health. I'll put it that way.
Ah.
But not much more.
Let me put
So
it this
that
way.
means they
Let me
might
put it
have
this
more
way.
health than Brent.
They're not outright dead.
Good.
Okay. Be right back. Hold on.
Okay, so it
I
didn't
got
outright kill her. Thank God. So we might have a chance.
Here, any chance anyone would know what this fucking thing is? I'm guessing I know the answer to this.
Currently, I'm
I
going to
know.
say that there is someone who might. However,
Is
I'm
it
also
me?
going to say that at the moment we're not worrying about that per se. We are going to be worrying about fighting.
So you wanna know what sucks right now
You can
for
use an
me?
action to try and bring up the recollection of information.
I don't have stunning blow.
You don't have what?
Not yet.
Stunning blow, not yet.
Not yet.
Stunning strike, I guess would be the proper term. Otherwise, I just try and stun this fucking bitch. This thing's too big for me.
Alright, I think it's everybody on initiative gear. Let's get this thing rolled.
I don't like big
Oh,
things, especially
shit.
not as a small race. Holy shit, nice.
I like this.
Don, were you exploring into music?
Yes, I found this because it's not copyrighted, and as soon as I had seen this one, I'm like, I'm gonna need to use this for something.
It rolled 17, so there's still a few that go before it.
Oh boy, hey Guru, did I did I roll when I rolled that stealth, can it count as like a hide for me, or do I have to hide as a bonus action?
You don't know.
Okay.
Shoot it and find out!
Your turn, Yumi. Go.
Yeah, Yumi, you're up first.
Oh boy. I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna regret the hell out of this.
Okay.
Don't say it, Oz. I know you want to.
What am I gonna say?
I'd like to use a turn to cry. Bless. That's 12.
You don't have bless on you, so 12 does
Yeah.
miss.
And I will fucking.
That'll hit.
Oh no! Wait, I can't do it. Hey.
Bruce,
Yeah, no.
Too
Too
I
late.
feel
Oh,
like I
well.
could hear a smile when you said that.
That what?
I feel like you were smiling when you said that would hit.
I'm trying to see something. Hang on. I'm
20?
sorry.
Yeah.
No, not that. Not that. I don't know if I could count if this is the bonus action or if Flurry of Blows is the bonus action. That's what I'm
Flurry of
confused by.
blows would
Flurry
be
of
the
blows is
bonus
the bonus
action,
action.
and the unarmed strike is also it. If you want to make extra attacks, but since you didn't say it before, I'm going to say
Yeah.
you're not getting the flurry this time. A roll damage. 4.
Min.
All right, and 1 second here.
Right.
Oh no, he's got something.
As you
Mhm.
punch it, you take 5 points of fire damage as the
Oh,
heat of it
no.
suddenly seems to just ripple across your face.
Okay.
So that's your turn.
Ugh. Oh wait, hang on. I just realized something. Let me check real quick, if you would. Nope. Never mind.
Okay. Azaria, it's your turn.
Drew, how would I be able to tell if when I stealthed earlier it counted for like advantage?
You wouldn't. He would just have to tell you when you make the attack.
All right, cool.
Great thing about stealth, you never know if you're actually stealthing.
That's cool. That's cool. In that case, I will attack,
Okay.
and I am close
holy
enough.
flake, you counted like this. I mean, on the bright side, you get sneak attack regardless, because I'm already here.
Yes, that is true.
I'm not going to be here for long. This thing's going to kick my ass, but you know.
All right. So you're taking the shot.
I would like to take the shot. Yes.
Take the shot!
The shot is made with advantage. How far is the distance of your short bow?
It's an 83-20.
Then you should be able to take the shot with advantage. Fire away.
Hell yeah! All right, baby.
Also, by the way, Mad, what kind of help? You don't mind me asking?
I will DM you because, well, I'm a sea elf.
Okay. Alright.
Shoot
Ooh.
her, shoot
It is-
her.
It's a hot 19 plus 5
That'll hit.
for a 24.
Kinda what I figured.
Well, I know what it says, but I have to
I
roll
know.
something. So
You don't get to
He's like,
attacks.
oh, he's
I
like, I
know.
want to roll all these fucking D6s.
Okay.
and then I will move forward 30 feet, and I will hide.
Okay.
What do I have to hide around me?
Right now, where are you moving towards? Because most of the areas here is just snow.
Ah, heck! Is there nothing
Mad,
around here that I
15
can? Yeah.
feet. If you're
Oh,
not
yeah.
using your bonus action to
Yeah.
dash, 15.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
It's
All
not
right. I will move right there, and I will try to hide. It's probably not going to work out.
You can try to blend in with the snow, because your clothing is still white.
That's true. I can try that.
I just immediately imagined Azaria sort of running forward and then just face planting. Boom! into the snow.
I'll crouch.
Right in.
I'll do it.
See, the primary problem is, God, I hope you have a hood on your clothes.
Rue, I DM'd you quick.
I saw. No worries.
Because you're a redhead.
Probably not going to help.
Don't you have advantage with fucking white? Or is it just a
What?
plus thing?
I'd just say it lets you hide.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Ignore that stealth check then.
Wait, why would you ignore it?
You
Because if I just
Because you just
if I
hide.
just get to hide, then
no, you get the attempt to hide.
no, I can hide as a bonus action on my turn.
Yes.
no,
Yeah.
Matt,
But if
that-
with normal colors,
without-
you will show out on the white of the snow because it is white. You have the opportunity to attempt a stealth check.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, 'cause you
All
can-
right, cool. So
it's-
take that 7.
It's the same as
No,
the
wait,
Yeti.
actually, can I... I'm sorry, Can I roll a physical dice? I forgot. I'm so used to rolling on roll 20.
I'm going to say because you already rolled it, no.
Fair enough. Go on, then.
Alright, so as this creature is about ready to begin its turn, something else is moving before her. As Azaria, behind you, you hear a voice talking. Do you speak Primordial at all?
I do!
You hear something saying, "Fools and foolishness!" As you turn around, you see this crystalline, long-nosed creature just kind of looking down at you with this smirk on its face. It is going to try to make you make a dexterity saving throw.
Do I know what the hell this is, Guru?
Boosh! Make the dex save.
Fun stuff.
You know what this is? We've read up
Yeah.
on this together.
Yeah,
You
you
read up on
automatically
it.
know this.
Yeah, you read up on
Okay.
it. This thing appears to be a mephit.
Why do I keep calling it a mess sprint?
Alright, give me that damage, Guru. I didn't roll high enough.
What'd you
It
roll?
wasn't a
No, it's a
natural
dex.
1.
It's a
Oh,
dex save, so
well-
you're adding to that, aren't you?
Yeah,
What's the
let me
total?
just
Oh wait,
say
no, you're
that-
proficient in stealth already.
What is the total?
dex save, that's a 7.
Okay, 7 does fail. I just need to make
Yeah,
sure.
I figured.
Save's not super high, but 7 is very
Yeah.
you only take 3 points of cold damage, but you do
Oh,
still
I'll
take
take that!
the damage as it just kind of just like breathes on you, just seeming to cackle as you
let
are
me
covered
double
with frost.
check. I don't have uncanny dodge yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
And you do also notice that there is another one on a rock face to the north of you. I'm going to drop him on the map.
Cool.
Just seeming to be cackling and watching with glee as all this is going on. For everyone at home, it's up here.
I should
I'm
probably put
hungry.
where. Give me a second. I need to do something.
I'm hungry and the dogs are gone, so I have no buffer.
I'll say. You want to say dragons there, Guru? In the
Sure.
sky?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
I like this music.
Music.
Also, oh yeah, you took damage from that.
I sure did.
Hold on. I need to make this so that everyone's HP is always set onto here, so I can actually see where everyone's at.
I
I'll
actually
give you a
think if this
downtime.
thing rolls a nat 20 on me, I might just be dead.
Okay.
There's possibilities,
wait.
but we'll see where this goes.
Let's see. Why don't
So,
I
1,
steal
2,
everything?
3,
Why
4,
not?
5, 6 people. Wonderful.
6! What is this thing's range?
Big.
Let's see, it has a.
I love it. The little morsel beside it don't mean nothing at the moment. I ain't complaining. Don't even take that as complaining.
2 attacks of opportunity.
Eat the rock!
One from Yumi and one from Tharius.
This
gonna guess a 14
did
hit.
everything.
What about me?
Let me see. 5, 10, 15.
I'm close.
Yeah, I'll allow you to make one as well.
I'm
But
so
just with my staff
confused.
thing.
It
Wait.
looked over and it saw the iron golem in the back, and it decided it wanted to do
I-
nums. It doesn't
I
understand
rolled the wrong
apparently.
thing. Does that hit?
Yes.
I'm gonna guess a 14.
All of you
doesn't.
hit.
Oh, what?
This thing is some
awesome.
shit armor.
That's 3 points of damage, baby.
Okay,
I
so
only
that
did 4 last time. You're fine.
so that in total is 15 points of damage. Cool. 1 second.
Oh god, it's gonna explode.
I hope not.
So let's go with Yumi first.
You all attacked melee. It's gonna hurt, I bet.
Yep.
Oh no.
Wait,
Yumi takes 2 points of
it's
fire
just
damage.
it's just with anything melee.
I think
I
so.
thought it was because I thought it was because I made contact with my fist. Okay.
It's melee attacks. So Tharius takes 10 points of fire damage. And
Christ Almighty.
Figment, you take. Rolled hot on 1 dice.
Every
6
accident?
points of fire damage.
Can I-
Because
can
of
I
the fact
use the
that this is
reactions?
something that just happens, I'm going to say no. This isn't something
Okay.
reactable. Your reaction was to attack it. So you take 6 points of fire damage, and Storvener. Is
Story
going
wants to bite your booty.
yeah, that'll hit. 24 to hit, just so you're aware.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Yeah, that hits. Hmm. Unfortunately, I don't have the shield spell.
You take 19 points of piercing damage.
Oh, that's.
Okay.
And 7 points of fire damage.
Oh god. Okay.
Nice.
Dren, it's we'll try and get through this as quick as we can, but you know.
Alright. Alright, Guru. Yeah. I mentally say to Dragon, don't worry, bud, you're coming back, just give me time. And I will have Dragon use his action to dash, fly by this creature, and let it take an opportunity attack.
Okay.
That's what
you want to use his reaction.
Yeah, Dragon's gone.
Yeah, Dragon's gone. Love you, buddy, but I can't take one of those hits. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Alright, yeah. I can't take one of those. That's good enough to kill a man outright.
Okay.
Metagame.
Yeah, story's looking pretty bad.
13, Guru.
13 does miss.
What's that?
Alright, so it's AC's 14.
Wait, what's my plus?
Oh, is
No,
that
he's,
the die?
I may have added incorrectly.
Incorrigibly?
Apparently, I did 8 plus 6.
That's 14.
That's 14.
Yeah.
Awesome, you hit him.
That does hit. What are you hitting
I'm
with?
not, I'm not, correct orb. I'm not metagaming. I hit him with fire.
Alright.
You know it does fire. You watch this get hit with fire.
Yeah, but he didn't. He has not been
not-
hit with it. He has not been hit with it.
Yeah.
So the fire slams into the side of it, just seems to roll across his body. You don't even see this thing flinch at all. In fact, if anything, it just looks like the heat of his body just kind of like pulses in rhythm with it.
Yeah, so no damage, right? Is it immune or resistant?
Yep, you know one of it.
What?
If
No, it's
it
one of
looks completely unaffected, I'm gonna say immune.
Yeah, it's just still staring down
Yeah.
at Story, looking very confused because it was expecting to have something a little bit more tender to nom on, and kind of like clacking its teeth together, like.
I got a rock.
Well, let's see, shall we?
I wonder if Divine Smite counts as melee.
Considering, yeah, you have
Yes,
to be able
it
to do
does.
that in melee. Yeah.
Todd, you and I need to talk about something. Something me and Matt thought of that we need to talk about later.
Later, of course.
I have a small question. This Goliath, are they stabilized or not? Did anyone stabilize them?
They're going to be rolling death saves on their turn.
Okay, and so does that mean so if I ran this direction, I could jump?
You could attempt to jump.
Okay.
Mostly due to the
I'm
fact
gonna
that you
try-
are through difficult terrain. Although where it has moved, does look like it is melted slightly. Like it is melted a path.
Oh, nice. Thank you very much. He's gonna basically, yeah, he's gonna run up,
Okay.
and he's gonna kill Wins the Goliath.
Okay. So Goliath will be back up with.
That was 35 feet of movement.
What?
You were.
Hold on. I was there.
20, 25.
And he jumped, so that's like technically,
You were able to reach.
technically, yeah, technically 18 feet, but there is it's only 5 feet increment, so I rounded it down. Yeah, and that's
15 feet of
his,
Minotaur time!
that's his turn.
Alright. Tharius is going to... that's you. 10. Move up. And... bonus action. A story you hear... Looking good, story! Keep it up!
What? Inspiration.
Nope. He's giving you 6 points of healing with Healing Word.
Ew.
Getting that nice confidence in you.
Really
Thank
good.
you very much.
Story's the
knows
person to take every single compliment. That's what makes it wonderful. Because it means he'll never not feel inspired.
Let me just double check something real quick. Right. Cool. He is going to use the flail first. Actually, no. He knows about the heat, so...
I was about to say, I'm like, he knows he get hurt from it.
Does Stormbringer have the snowshoes?
No.
No.
We need big snow
We didn't
shoes.
make. Well,
That's
it
why
wasn't
he
even that.
jumped.
We didn't make
Oh,
it
jumped.
because he was too big and his weight would just cancel it out.
Yep. So right now, Tharius is just kind of like banging his flail against his shield, trying to get its attention. He's like, "Hey, your dick's so small you can suck it with a straw."
Oh, damn.
Your insult
That
to you
was-
some more.
Wow, that was... Did I hear that?
Your insult. I mean, he's yelling it to try and keep.
Good.
He's trying to get the thing's attention on himself, to try and keep it from everyone else. So
It worked, didn't it?
I'm checking
To
his
help
wisdom.
Darius come up with more.
The sentiment was very
Okay,
nice. We
so
just gotta
let me
work on the
put-
content.
let me
It was a
something
good
out.
insult, but
Oh, yeah.
I just I need to
No.
teach him don't
Let me-
tell dick jokes to creatures that don't comprehend that kind of shit.
Let me,
It
this
does
is
look
what makes it-
confused, and it
This
is
is what-
currently like, what?
This is what makes no sense to me right now.
Mhm.
He hangs out with Yumi,
Mm.
who curses out everything.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean you make good insults. It's just that you curse.
Eris.
Okay. Did I see the fire do nothing?
Yes, you were literally standing right in front of it as the fire just slammed into it, and it didn't even arc away from it. It just had the fire hit it and just kind of kept staring around at these people, and now is currently looking at Darius with a what expression?
I took one for the team.
Okay. I am going to bonus action Dragon's Breath myself,
Gotcha.
and I'm gonna make it acidy.
Ooh, nice.
On what?
Acid breath
No.
on herself.
Oh, on herself. Okay,
Yeah,
I
so
thought.
she's spitting acid at this thing.
Spit that acid.
Yeah.
Spitting bombs.
So yeah, the cone is going out this way, and
I imagine
can't
you're
point
trying not
off
to
the
hit
page.
Darius. Yes.
Sounds like the grapefruit with it a little.
Okay.
The
So roll.
No!
Or click on the Dragon's Breath button. Okay. That is a
Ooh, drum roll.
It's still not showing the damage. What the fuck?
yeah. Is it showing the damage for you?
No.
No.
It's blank damage.
Son of a. I'm just gonna roll 3D. Oh. I'm just watching Guru open the button. Open the thing. It's just like. Yeah.
Wow, really? There's just not loading.
No, it's not. It's not loading or anything. No one can see it. It's just blank.
Wow. Roll 20. Jesus. First, it's like two
It's something
additional
on her
rolls.
sheet. I think it's something on her sheet stopping it.
Oh, maybe.
John sitting here trying to figure out what the fuck.
Why?
yeah,
Why
I
is
gotta
this
watch
being
this.
pain in the ass?
I gotta watch.
Oh,
Watch just.
did
I gotta
you-
watch my character sheet get
did-
flipped around.
Did
It's
did
very
you
amusing.
okay? Make your character sheet smaller real quick, and see if it says anything about what level you're casting it at. Is it saying
What
if it
do you mean
says
smaller?
double click on the top part of the sheet?
Oh!
Yes.
Just figuring out you can do this?
Yes. Believe me, it took me a while to as well.
This is her first her first campaign in Roll20, I think.
No,
Like as a
so
player.
it's not
What
being
am I
fair,
doing?
so it's fine.
It doesn't say anything about what level to cast it at.
Like the dragon's breath?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
What
Should.
the fuck?
Just roll 3d8, please.
Just roll
3d6.
3d10s.
Not d10s.
Roll up the 3d6.
Mistake.
Yep.
We'll figure this out later. I'll remind Dawn to fuck around with it.
That ain't bad.
Nice.
Yay.
We're getting spicy.
14 points of acid damage. All right, and this creature hisses back at it. Seems to like its wide frill seems to like ripple in the air as it's being burnt into, slowly trying to look at you. Is that
Does that
what
look
you're
like it
doing?
hurt worse than normal?
15, by the way. No, it just looks like it's mad that it's getting spit acid on. Because it is difficult terrain. You're running through snow.
The only reason me and Yumi don't have it is because we got the snowshoe.
Yep.
Yeah.
She hasn't gotten
And
around to
this
making
thing
one
just
big enough
burns
for you
itself.
two.
I only had enough twine to make 2 shoes, remember?
Right, you don't have the material.
1, 2,
Thank you for reminding me.
3. Bye!
1, 2.
Running
buckle
away
my
from
shoe.
everyone else. Just like, nope, not getting anyone, not getting any of the squishies in danger.
Okay, Figment.
Okay, I'm baning it.
Okay, charisma save.
Yes.
What is your save DC?
14.
14?
15, I think is what she said.
14. It's 14.
14? Okay.
It rolled a 15 on the die, but it has a negative charisma modifier, so it fails.
Yes.
Yes! Thank God!
Bane. And I can only move 15 feet away, right?
Yes.
Do that real quick.
Red
Hang
dot
on,
on
hang
it.
on.
Should we put an icon on ourselves to show that we can move?
That's 15 feet, right?
Yes.
And now, as a bonus action, I'm going to...
You cannot have
summon-
a second spell, just to remind you.
Okay.
Actually, I'll do this instead of that. That looks cooler for
If you have a
Bane.
cantrip, you
That's a
can,
bonus
but
action. Yeah.
if it's a bonus action cantrip.
Yeah,
No, I don't have
bonus
anything else
actions.
that I can do now.
No worries. You've moved away to a place that's a little bit safer. Yumiko.
Okay, so I've been burned by this thing twice, so I've learned my lesson.
Have you really?
Range only! I'll throw a dart at it.
Throw a dart.
I got darts, motherfucker! I missed!
That does miss.
I can't hit it twice. I ain't going up to that bitch. Fuck that.
You can throw another dart as a bonus action.
Okay, am I?
Yeah, it just doesn't apply
Like-
your dex modifier to it because it is considered a 2-weapon attack. 'Cause
Okay,
they're,
well,
like, they're darts.
Assume this is -3.
Okay, that hits. 3 damage.
That's 3 damage.
Not bad.
Beep.
Not
There's
bad
just a
now.
dart sticking out of its ass now.
No worries. Yeah, staying where you are.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Lazaria.
this bitch.
I don't like where but not like
I love
move
that
up
street
15
ball.
feet. So, there we go. Womp womp womp. And
Okay,
take
so
an-
it is going to take an attack of opportunity at you.
disengage.
Oh, never mind.
The way that he whispered it.
You have to say that before you move, otherwise I'm going to.
I did say it, but you didn't hear it. I literally said I'm going to take the disengage action
Okay.
as a bonus action.
You used a lot more words, which is why I was like, wait, what are you saying? You're planning out stuff. My apologies.
No problem.
Matt, don't worry about us, please. That's all I ask.
What do you mean? Don't worry about you.
You're about to start getting swarmed by 2 of those things.
I think that's why he's heading forward, though, but he can only move 15 feet at a time.
I had to disengage, but otherwise it would have attacked me.
No, I'm saying don't attack the thing next to us.
Okay, if you insist. I turn around.
Do what the hell
Do
you
whatever you want.
Like,
Do whatever you want, but do
Butters.
you guys think about yourself.
Butters.
I am.
Mad made a choice, and I understand that you're saying don't help and whatnot. Azaria is all the way over there. You would not be able to yell anything at this moment. You would be able to yell it after they make the attack, but not before. You don't know what she's thinking. So, Mad, continue with what you were doing.
Okay. See, I think that's Tharius there, so I don't have advantage.
Tharius is next to it, so you would still be
The
able to
blue
at the
one.
least
The
be
blue
able
one
to-
is sorry.
Yes.
Okay, let's
Instinct activated.
see. Let's see. Ooh, that's another 24.
That'll hit.
Alright. Alright, so...
Just roll 3d6 plus 5.
Okay.
Or 3, excuse me.
That's 9 plus 3, that's 12 overall. 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay.
I rolled really shitty on that sneak attack.
Eh, you roll damage. Alright. So at this point, you would have seen the arrow coming over and you'd be able to yell something to her. So these things are going to 5, 10, 15. Actually, let me double check something before I roll that. Nope. So this one is going to fly up within melee. This other
It rolls
one,
a 6. If it attacks, it rolls a 6.
okay, it's like flies forward, claws outreached, ready to slice at you, and right through the air. So, like all of a sudden, the wind buffers at it, blowing it back. So it's like, ah!
Bitch!
The universe conspires against.
And then you hear a
That's not a.
as the other one again makes that breathy, ice cold attack at you. Roll a dex save.
That sounded like it was about to hawk a lute.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna laugh because it sounded like a sneeze.
It did sound a lot like a sneeze.
That was the
That's a
intent.
22.
This succeeds. So you only take half of 5. So
2.
Yeah.
I did 2 damage.
Cute.
Alright, so now it is the Creature's turn, and the Creature does not seem to be very happy about the fact that it has something banging in its face, but it does have disadvantage and Bane, so let's roll.
Disadvantage?
Because of Vicious Mockery, it failed its wisdom save. That is almost certainly not. Oh, yeah, that's 9 minus 1 for an 8. As Tharius just like shoves his shield into its maws, it starts like trying to gnaw on it, like, huh? And he's like, hot, 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 hot.
Ooh, yeah, I bet that's conducting a lot of heat.
He doesn't take any damage from it, but, he just keeps biting him.
Oh, chromatic orb. I'll do thunder damage.
Thunder away.
Oh no.
Oh.
It's a good thing, but I don't want to. I rolled a nat 20. But I don't want to.
Fire away, big boy.
But I
Get ready for the base boost.
Here's the thing, I don't want to, because if this thing survives, I just became target number 1.
Sucks for you.
Wait, no! He doesn't have the intelligence to realize you cast it, though.
You
Oh
don't
my
know.
fucking god.
Here,
just
here you
imagine
go.
Considering- Considering
Guru.
Yes.
I hooked
Hold on,
up
hold on.
14 points of acid, and it didn't go after me.
How much damage did he do? Please, God, tell me he did some max ass
Hold on,
fucking
he-
shit.
He's typing it.
I'm about to nut.
Not as hard as Butters is. He's seen it in person.
No, he's scared.
Yeah. I mean,
He is
I rolled 8, 8, and 7.
He rolled almost max damage.
Like,
Yep.
like,
So we
I
haven't
only-
invented subwoofers yet, but I think Dren just did a very good approximation.
Drin pulls out the diamond and holds out his hand, and it's like a kid holding a shotgun. His hand just flies and hits him in the face after he shoots it.
His hand- so Hold on, you're saying you're hitting yourself in the face with your hand or with the diamond?
Just the back of my hand. I
Yeah,
got the diamond in my palm,
Diamond.
and the back of my hand just hits my.
Well, Butters, now it has to be a red, like an orange diamond. You just called it a diamond.
So Butters, you're holding out the diamond, and you can feel the rattle of this diamond in your hand. You're just like, I feel confident about this, and then it just rockets back and hits you in the head, as you're like, oh pain! As you can just see the snow rumbling, lifting off the ground slightly as this bolt of energy just, and Tharius just kind of looks back at you, kind of steps aside, and you just hear this. And Tharius just stands there for a moment, slowly turns around to look at this creature, and there is just a big old hole right through where its throat should be.
Oh.
As this thing just it does like the insectoid twitching, blinking, still like looking as though it's alive. Yeah, no.
How close are we to a mountain?
To a what?
Mountain.
He's in the avalanche again.
The snow
Well,
around
was
here
that
does not
lightning or
appear
thunder?
to be. It's thunder damage. Snow around here does not appear to be shifting at all because it does not create the thunderclap that is heard within 300 feet. It was a critical hit, yes, I know, but it is not doing the,
The
loud,
worrisome.
yes. So
I
there's no snow.
quickly put away the diamond, and I start shaking my hand because it is in pain.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
so-
how drones are not supposed to be DPS.
Right. He's a wizard. His ass is killed our hunts twice now.
Mm-hmm.
So story.
Fucking Strand MVP over here.
I did not build him to be DPS, but boy, am I.
Boy, is he rolling hard.
God.
Wait, I can do this now.
Story, it is your turn.
Wait, you can do what now? What?
Well, he's gonna make sure, firstly, that this Goliath is okay. He'll basically do the whole doctor thing of like, can you hear me?
Doctor.
What hit me?
Thumb over the shoulder.
He points over to you.
Slow, kind of glance at it, just like, Remraze. Ugh.
And he's gonna say, well, apologies, but there are apparently more. I'll
Shit.
have to leave you.
No, don't tell her that. She just thinks that you mean more bugs.
No,
Yep, no, that's
yeah,
fine.
he would point over to them, so you can see them, but he's gonna basically just jump again. Actually, no. Why would he jump?
Big man jump, Iron
He
Giant.
could wait. Hold on. So if he jumps,
Your movement tab.
then yeah. So the jump is 15 feet, and then dash. So another 10 feet, and then another jump.
Make an athletics check for this one.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm like, I think that at that point.
No, he's not gonna die. He's gonna jump. So, and he's gonna healing hands himself.
Okay.
That's a mood.
A good. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say 12 hits.
Okay. So Tharius just kind of dislodges his shield from the thing's mouth as it collapses. Just kind of looks over like,
Ew.
"Good job, Dren. We'll get back to the." Looks down at the creature. This heated inner fluids have melted out into the snow and just seem to be kind of rolling down. But it also appears to be very, not quickly, but having a fading heat that is lingering, still melting the ice, but is definitely fading. He's like, good to know. 5, 10, 15. Hell! Looks down. Need a hand up? Kind of holds it out, and she's like, I'll get back up on my own. Just go. Sure, okay. 5, wait. Here we go. He steps up. I can throw you.
Hi. Yeah, fucking do it.
Yeet! Yeet!
Yeet.
He throws you 10 feet.
Oh no.
Basically, just swings around and lets you go. Wee! Sploosh!
For a second, I was thinking like, oh,
You got
throw
this!
him towards Story, and then Story can throw.
That's honestly what he was trying to do, but he only got
Hey,
it.
Story!
I'm
Eris.
sorry. Play a game of hot gnome. Apparently, just chuck the gnome.
Do we,
A hot gnome. So true. So true.
This is gonna become a common practice, and I'm very happy I only weigh 30 pounds.
No meeting. Eris, what are you doing?
Do I see Azaria?
Yeah,
Can you?
You hear this, and you can see this creature is blowing ice speckles at her. So, she far over there. Yeah.
I'm way the hell over there.
Well, I will move up my 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Figment. You may want to duck.
Wind ducks.
For a second, I thought you were saying like, I like dogs.
That too.
A 13 does hit. Oh, which one are you hitting?
Burn this bitch! I would assume the one by Azaria, honestly.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the one.
Okay. All right. As this thing is hit, Azaria, you being right next to it, you can. It's again that sound of ice popping, like when it hits water, but it's with a hiss of it looking down at itself like, ah, ah. It does not seem happy with the fire.
Good.
And the other one actually kind of holds up a finger and looks at the other one and just seems to just watch it. Just watch it.
Put me out! Why?
Figment, it's
This
your
is
turn.
funny.
Have I heard either of those things speak at all?
You are not close enough to have heard what they've said.
Okay. Who looks bad?
I'd say 3 people look like they've gotten injured.
Who's the
Azaria would
closest
be
one?
too far away for you to be able to determine until you get closer.
I'm pretty good, surprisingly enough.
Right.
Probably because I didn't have to
Who's
deal with that shit.
The one you saw
Who's
get hit
further?
hardest probably would have been
Yeah.
Story, who got bit. But the other person would be the Goliath, who is currently on the ground still. She's going to take her turn after you, because
Fuck.
her
Oh my god.
her perception wasn't high enough to notice the ambush.
My 15 feet, baby. Oh boy. This is exciting. Riveting.
I know, right?
Story's missing a few rocks.
My 15 feet.
You see a few rocks.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a part, like a chunk of them taken out.
I can't repair that.
Don't worry, I'll come back.
I can replace it. I can make you better.
I have her touch, so I can do nothing.
You can dash and then do the touch spell next turn, so you can move faster next turn.
Oh yeah, okay. I think that would bring me up here, I believe. Is
Yeah.
that fine?
Yep.
Okay.
Which, for the Goliath's turn, she's going to stand up and just kind of give you a
wait.
once-over, like she's trying to make sure you're okay. And let me actually roll some here. She rolled minimum. You get back 4 points of HP as she cure wounds you.
Awake? Yes.
Yumiko, you have these snowshoes on, so you can, gotta go fast.
Oh,
Fast.
if I... Yeah, well...
I'm gonna remove this.
Ah! Alright, yeah, no, I'm just gonna... Hang on. I'm trying to fucking figure out the best course of action.
Leaving you.
Make a choice. You gotta move.
I'm working on it. I know. Trying to remember properly.
Put up and throw a dart again. It'll work. It'll be great.
Okay, so you move up.
Yup. And I'll dart a bitch.
Throw that dart. Which one? Top bitch or
The
bottom
one by
bitch?
Zarya.
By
Bottom
Zarya.
bitch.
Okay, that'll hit. 7 piercing damage. kind of just pins right into its wing. It kind of looks at just like it's still like in the middle of like the I'm melting hits with the dart. Looks over at the dart, looks back at you like bitch.
I missed.
14 hits.
No, wait, I thought it. Yeah, 13 hit.
Oh, is it only
14
taken away
hit,
for
too.
damage?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
So 4.
4 points of damage is not bad damage. As like it looks like you like bitch, and then you throw another one. It's like unhappy with that.
Bitch, one in the eye.
Okay, I'm back. I'm missing anything deep.
Other than
It got darted twice,
Okay.
and Figment went up to heal the Goliath, and the Goliath stood up and healed her.
Sorry, I want one on a fucking dartboard. This is
Long as it
great.
having fun.
Create a bar one day that only sings Biz Marquee songs. Oh, baby, you!
Hold on, let Azaria take her turn.
Alright, cool, so I disengage.
Sorry, like, nope. No.
All the way over here.
Oh.
That does not hit, that's an 11.
11 hits.
11 hits!
It's a
I
mess
said that
for
they-
it. Or not mess
God,
Method.
these things shitty, see.
What
I'm so sorry.
Fucking mess for.
That's a 9.
All right.
I think it's dead.
It looks at you with like this look of just like,
Yep.
and it explodes.
Oh, it pops. Kill that one. It go pop.
Not at the moment.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Ow.
Rice Krispies.
It's gonna
Yep.
fly on up, and it's gonna be like, kind of like, look at you. Do you speak primordial?
Hell no.
Zara, you hear it say, "You like the pain of others. I like yours."
Would Story hear this?
Do you speak primordial?
Yes.
You're 5, 10, 15, 20.
I think 60 feet would be hearing range. He's 30 feet away.
I'd say you hear some of it. You don't make out all the words of it because it's just.
It's not yelling.
It's not yelling. It's trying to like whisper, intimidate it.
Yumi just looks confused.
I would presume a 17 hits.
Yep.
Hoop and hoop for a hoop. Nope, not close enough. So 2 points of slashing damage, 3 points of cold damage. Dren.
Oz, he said no.
Yeah, I know. That's why Oz wrote yells.
Oh no, that's why he said yeah. I'll chill.
I just blew that thing up. I'm okay. I'm good.
He's gonna do something, but he's not using a spell slot this turn.
That's fair.
He will just make a circle with his hands, and for a brief seconds, the cards will form in a circle in the air, and he just kind of flicks through the circle, and a mote of fire goes through it.
Mote of fire. Casting firebolt.
Firebolt. Yeah.
Firebolt.
Yiza. Fuck no.
Did you roll?
Did you
another
not
natural?
Girl, I did it again.
Okay.
I'm not
my
joking.
god.
Roll the damage.
11 points of damage. Fire
So,
damage.
You flick this mote of fire that it's supposed to be a mote of fire. A mote. But as you're watching, apparently this cold air has more than ample oxygen in it. As it travels forward and just seems to go to one as big as his head. And this creature just kind of like slowly turns and looks at it. It just kind of gives this look of like, oh no. Slams into its chest, and Paris, I need you to make a... Let me see this.
Dex save.
Saved, yep.
Whoop. Nope, that's an 8. I fail.
You watch as this thing pops again, and you take 2 points of slashing damage.
Jordan is fucking fine.
Paris, we really need to start getting you away from creatures that cause
Paul's
damage
the
when they
weasel.
die.
You know what? Ellie can take it. I can. You mean not so much. Not yet.
And so that being said,
She's
let me-
fucking referencing the fucking Arcanophage slugs, in which every single one exploded on me.
Out of
It was
combat.
amazing. We're out of combat as these creatures were popped and taken care of, and they are currently no longer a threat.
Oh, is it just straight up like their bodies are gone?
They
Then heal the
exploded.
Goliath lady.
Depression.
Well, when we reconvene, story will share.
What does it
Screech.
sound like?
Hold on, I need to visualize this now.
Just,
I don't know why
I
that
was
zoomed me out when I put it.
just like you've done his laugh before.
It's just like,
So it makes-
haha, we've done it.
Unrelated, but is a crossbow a dex weapon?
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
is a
is.
ranged weapon. Yes.
Okay.
Kind of just
Sorry, I
big,
just wanted to know, I was curious.
like big staring at his hands. Like, huh.
Please God, tell me his nose is like bright red from him smacking himself in the face.
No, but there's a slight trickle of blood coming from his nose. You
Is
have to
Dren
remember this.
injured, by the way?
He's fine.
Yeah.
But you have to realize this. Dren's been doing all of this with his back feeling like it's getting stabbed. Because Guru's actual words was Dren is in pure agony currently.
Yeah, he's in
I love
pain,
it.
and apparently the pain has heightened his ability to cast spells for some
I absolutely
reason.
love him. We were going high, weren't we? Oh, then you're in excruciating pain. Just like the castle with something.
Is there anything I can do to fix the pain? Just the
No,
Guru?
we've
No?
gone
Not
over
that you're
this.
aware of.
Who else is injured, by the way? Is Story, like, good?
Yeah, he's still injured.
Okay.
Despite her enthusiasm, Yumiko is bleeding profusely. I'm at less than half health.
Okay, yeah, no, he's gonna go to... Oh, he's gonna set up a prayer of healing.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's good.
Story would, yeah.
Oh, that's good. It'll
Story-
take 10 minutes. I need to take 10 minutes as well.
Everyone
Mhm.
gather round.
Dude, you should
So-
spell
So I'm gonna
slots.
revoke
Don't worry.
the Goliath lady healing, and I'm gonna just do a prayer of healing instead.
No worries. I figured you were going to, because you can.
Because isn't this essentially like health regen?
No, prayer of healing is 2d8 plus spellcasting modifier, and if you want, you can click on the spell so we can all see it.
Oh yeah, okay, hang on.
NPR, were you trying to say that?
Yeah, same.
Yes, survival check.
Thank you.
Story, yeah, again, he
Oh, I
would
don't wanna do
rather,
that.
like, if the you're healing specific people, then he would prefer you heal those other people.
Prayer of healing is an AoE thing.
I
Yeah.
know, but Story
Yeah.
probably would.
Ignore that.
I wanna roll my home dice. Okay, what's my spellcasting modifier? What the fuck?
Wisdom.
+4.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's an 8 and
yeah,
a 6 plus
done.
4. Hang on. I'm doing it now.
Can I give
18.
advantage, actually?
Because
18 healing.
Eris also was wanting to look into this, I'll allow it.
Okay, I will
Can
give
please let
Eris
NPR
advantage.
say what he's been trying to say for
Yeah,
long.
please.
Sorry.
Again, yeah, he's after that, he's gonna cheer and he's gonna like basically try and lift the spirits.
Okay.
Inspiration! Get acting leader as a fucking feat, I dare you. Or inspiring leader.
Dren, his hair is down in front of his face somewhat, and he's just taking out different like incenses, coals, stuff like that, and he's just like putting it in a circle, and then like putting different cards in the center.
Give me a walk over to him. Can I touch you real quick? This is gonna sound that sounded weird. Can I do something real quick that involves touching you?
What is it?
She'll move his hair out of his face.
Okay.
She'll head over to Eris just to sit near the fur bowl.
I'm just setting up. I'm ritually casting Find Familiar.
Okay.
Story would then, yeah, he would sit next to Eris to like, I don't know. Is she still uncomfortable, or is she,
Oh, that's
is
much
she, or is
nicer.
she?
God.
Ooh.
I'm currently picking apart the giant insect.
Yep.
Ah, okay.
Actually, do you mind if I roll survival? See if I can. Do I know what this thing is?
You.
Yeah, who was the one person you said could roll?
I believe it was Azaria who had been
Oh.
looking at all of the stuff in the area, been like, "Hey, what kind of creatures are in this area?"
That's
Wait,
true. I
doing that
was.
too.
So I'd say Dren would be allowed to. No, you, Dren, and Paris would be allowed to roll nature checks.
Nice.
And
I
Go with the D20.
I have absolutely no idea what this is, but I'm pulling it
But I
up.
want its parts.
Yumiko, it sounds like a creature you've heard of before. At the moment, the name comes to you, but more information about it does not. As a Remmerhaze.
Figment, roll nature check
Sure.
for it.
5. Nope.
Technically a 1. It's 1 plus 4.
No worries.
Yeah.
17 for nature or survival, just to clarify, Zarya.
Nature, I think.
Nature.
Because he's given Eris advantage.
Yeah, you would be aware that this thing is called a. No, he said nature check to identify this thing. So.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying like
you
his
meant
roll
you
would
were
be.
giving. I get it. I apologize.
Yeah,
I misunderstood
there
what
you
you're saying there.
You're fine.
This creature is foreign to you, Figment. It's from a land that you don't know much about, so this thing is fascinating.
Does anyone
Zarya-
else know what this thing is?
Azara, you also know this thing is a Remmerhaze. You know that its body is incredibly hot, especially while it's alive. Now that it does have actually the ability to control its temperature, which is how it didn't give away its position until the last possible second when you guys were walking past, and you realize that you were stealthy enough to pass by it, meaning that you were not giving too much in the way of, giving away your location. But since everyone else was going at a pace that wasn't being as stealthy, just kind of walking, they made more than enough to be able to trigger it to jump out and go nom.
It's a tenacious son of a bitch, that's what it is.
Hey, son of a bitch is what it is.
They're
But
called
the hand
Rimmer.
still hurts.
I mean, can I have a name? Does anybody know the name of the creature?
They're called Rimmeres.
Can somebody spell that for me in chat, please?
Oh,
Bless you.
yeah. Okay, cool, there we go.
Will.
I have a whip made of one in another campaign. I have to remember how to
That's
spell it.
right, yeah.
That's cool.
Just so you know, Guru, I'm bringing Dragon back as Dragon.
As the
He's
snack.
bringing him back. Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you bring it back, it is seemingly unaffected by the coal in the sense of being a reptile, but it's still just
Yeah.
it moves its way up your arm and cuddles up next to you all the same.
I tell it to do the old doctor strategy.
It moves around and it wraps around you like it used to.
Alright.
So with an 18, so you guys can take a short rest if you wish and roll hit dice as needed.
Can I cut this motherfucker up as well?
Don't
See if
need
we
to.
can get
right
more of
now,
it.
one
Really?
person is working on it, so I'm going to let them do it.
Hey, does anybody need to roll hit dice after my fantastic 18 health points?
I don't.
Top me off.
Yeah, the prayer healing's a really good cleric spell.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm hearing two. people
Dren
say
is
so.
going to. Oh, sorry. Go on if you will.
No, you were one of the people. Go ahead, you first. And
Uh,
then Mad.
I was just gonna say, Dren takes out a piece of cloth and just kind of does. He keeps inventory. Make sure he's still got everything he needs on.
Gotcha. And
Nothing
Mad, what
else.
were you saying?
I'm guessing because the not the Rimmeres, the Mephits exploded, there really isn't anything I can get from them, is there?
I mean, you can get their powder from their explosion, but I mean, there's also snow on the ground, so you're.
So how are you gonna tell the difference?
Yeah.
If you had done it immediately, you might have been able to get some.
I
but
asked you and you said there was nothing.
I said there was. I meant to say there was powder. If you wish to, I will allow you because you were right. Like one exploded right on top of you. You can make a survival check to try and get some.
I want some fucking powder.
Guru, I
I
will
didn't.
also use Arcane Recovery during the short rest.
Gotcha.
So that means I get all my spell. I'm back up to full spell slots.
Sweet.
Don, do you want to know what I imagine? With the 6 survival, she just scoops up snow in the place that she thought she saw it pile.
So you have a vial full of snow.
Give it 30 to 40 minutes, it'll be a vial of water.
Yep. At which point you'd be able to see that there's not really any flex in it. Can Figment try? Yeah, right now Eris is the one who's getting it. What were you looking to get from this thing? Just for clarification.
The legs. Get the legs. Get the leggies. So that we
Eris
might
is
start
investigating it for like any kind of pouch or secretement system for how it did the fire.
Okay.
But if not that, then the legs.
Okay. Roll an intelligence check, I'll say with advantage because of the fact that Azaria is helping. I'll allow Figment to make a survival check to look to see if it has eaten people. Okay, 12.
doesn't have Soylent Green.
8.
8? Cool. With your 12, you notice that this creature has a very odd set of mandibles. It's more like an actual creature's mouth than like a creature like with a jaw than actual pincer-like creatures. Yeah, it's not as buggy looking, which might be due to the cold. When you like move your hands towards it, you do notice that there's still heat coming from these mandibles. You're not sure which part of it, where exactly with that intelligence check, which means that it's being produced probably by something on its body. If you move around, you do notice that the orange crystalline ridges down its back are faded, but they still have a faint pulse to them. Not like a heartbeat pulse, but like a glow, a faint warmth glow.
I'm taking the spines.
Okay. With your 18 survival check, I'll say you're able to get
fucked on up a bit.
a little bit, yeah. I'll say you're able to get four spine pods.
Nice. Okay.
What?
Spine pods.
Which, when you remove them, as you're putting your hands against them, they are warm still. Not intensively warm, but they are warm.
It's like a warm stone.
I should have fucking done channel divinity.
If you wish to use your channel divinity to use like a tool or something like that, you
Can I give myself proficiency in survival and
it's
boost
a tool,
it up to like
I believe. Is
no?
it say skill?
It says a skill. It says a chosen skill.
I will very quickly verify that, because if it does,
My character
that is very
sheet.
useful. I'm believing you. I just want to see it for myself.
Can I also remove some legs? Please.
Skill or tool. Yeah, you can give yourself proficiency for the period of time. Yeah, it does say skill or tool. I'd never noticed that it said skill. I always read it just as tool.
I think that would bring it up to a 10.
If you're
you
using your
knowledgeable?
channel divinity, I'll say roll another survival check with your proficiency. So adding +2. She's knowledge.
Hey, I rolled a 2, so I got the same.
Also, being fair, wait, what are you rolling
I gotta
for?
go.
Trying to look into this creature's stomach to find out if it has soil.
I was gonna say, if you were rolling it to skin that thing, that'd take much longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, much longer than 10
I
minutes.
just want
but
to. I just want to see if it's been eating people, to see if it's been responsible for the missing.
with the 10, you're trying to like poke through it, trying to are you trying to keep your hands clean, or are you actually like getting in there?
No, he doesn't care. He doesn't care.
Get in there, yeah.
Okay.
He's being careful not to burn himself.
I'll hold it open for him.
You do still take 3 points of acid damage. I know
Oh
you're
my
being
God.
careful, but it is still acid, and sometimes if you
stomach.
bump your hands against it, it's still gonna burn. You don't find anything like people related so far as you can tell, except that you do find a ring.
Oh,
Ate somebody.
give me the ring. I pocket the ring.
You have a ring.
Oh, I don't have identify, do I? Hang on.
You do not
No.
have identify.
Do have it.
Oh, you do. Oh. Do you have
Do you have the?
pearl?
I need materials.
Do you have the pearl?
I don't have any materials.
Guess who has the pearl?
Do I know that Dren has identify?
We've never seen him use it, I don't think.
You see him in the background
So-
putting a pearl on a piece of cloth. You see him putting.
Oh, right!
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
yeah,
taking
no.
inventory, so yeah, no, that you would be able to
Just
notice
told you.
that.
Yeah,
He's
he's
I
taking
forgot about
inventory.
that.
Yeah. No, I
I
would
mean,
allow that. Yeah. It's not bad.
Dren, identify this for me, please.
Give me 10 minutes. And I'll take the ring.
Thank you.
Put it
Thank
down
you
in front of me.
kindly.
I'm gonna take 10 minutes to detect magic at first.
I walk
Magic
over
first.
to Dren as he's in the middle of this, and I kind of is he like crouching on the ground? Is he sitting or something?
He is almost to the point. He's hunched over.
Mhm.
His hair is back in his face.
Mhm.
He just looks kind of done. What he's
Cool.
doing?
So first of all, I put his hair up into a ponytail with like a spare band that I have, and I say,
That might make it a little easier on you.
I do need to see for this, but okay.
By the way, I was probably at least a good 75 feet away, and I still saw you put a hole in that thing. Well, me.
Not sure how I did it either.
Nonetheless, quite impressive.
Thank you.
You're sitting here in excruciating pain, like, I don't know how the fuck I did it either.
Yeah, he's like detecting magic.
Abjuration magic is in this ring.
What is it? What did it do?
Okay, give me another 10 minutes, and you see he takes a card out of his deck, and you know how you can like twist your fingers, like just put one behind the other and put enough pressure till it flicks upwards.
Right.
He does that until you see flicks with the card in his fingers, and the card starts spinning in the air.
"Ooh."
He does this a few more times, and then he puts the ring in between all of them, and the pearl kind of behind it.
Azaria
Behind
is
the ring.
very intrigued.
And I'll cast Identify on it.
All right. One second here.
DM it to me. I want to be a Caleb. This is gonna be fun.
I'm aware. I know you.
What does it do, Dren?
You don't even know if it's magic yet, boo boo.
Does it do
Yeah.
anything? I mean, but it's still natural to want to know if it does anything.
Give me a second. I have to look up what it did because instead of Guru saying the description, you just sent me the name of it. Give me a
Alright.
second.
You always hold on.
So I'm sitting here, look up yourself, bitch.
Hold on.
I looked it up, already got it, don't worry.
Oh, goodness.
It is attunement, so you can only have a certain amount of these if you don't know what attunement is. You basically just survive better in the cold.
Have I heard of items like that? I mean, considering.
Are you proficient in Arcana?
No, I'm asking just because of where I'm from.
No.
Because it feels like a common thing.
Thank you kindly,
weird.
Dren.
No, I'd say give it to someone who, especially while we're here specifically, give it to someone who can't take the most damage. And I'll flick it. It prevents a lot of possible damage we get here, so give it to someone that's more frail.
Add a character looking
So-
at me.
He
So
just
for me,
falls.
I'm also a squishy.
He just
I-
puts the things back in his place that it was, and then just kind of falls on.
Can I offer a suggestion?
Yes.
Add a
Damn.
character in character. Oh,
That
yeah.
was a character. She points
Oh,
to
okay.
I've literally watched him get knocked out in one hit.
I've never fallen in front of you. Unconscious of it.
I've watched him almost get knocked out in one hit.
I mean, yeah, I think it would be a good idea for you to keep it, then.
No, yeah.
Because
If I keep it, he takes off his glove and he pulls it off. Who wants the glove?
yeah, fuck it, I'll take it.
No,
Who
I'm
wants a
giving
what?
it to
I'm sorry,
someone
but you cut out
else.
for me.
Because this. Who. Guru, will this. It's a magic. Well, is this type of glove that will grow to fit anybody, or will it just.
It will. It's basically like a glove that's not a grow to fit so much as you can tighten the strings around it. It'll fit a little bit better. If your hand's not big enough, let me put it this way: Yumi will not be able to really use it unless she's looking to have it more as a gauntlet, and even
How about
then her
this?
fingers won't fit.
I'll keep the glove on me. If you start getting cold, tell me. And he'll hold out his hand
Cold.
if you want me to have the ring on.
Dren.
What does the glove
yes.
do? I didn't hear.
He didn't say
He
it.
sort of turns to Figment and he said, You found this in the stomach, did you?
I did, but I didn't find anything else really.
Is there perhaps an inscription or something? Did it belong to someone?
I didn't look. If it
Well,
belongs to
he
someone, they're
turned back.
obviously dead now.
He
Let
turned back
me
to Dren when he
see
asked
the
this.
ring. I'll check. I was thinking of other things. Let me check. He's still laying on the ground. And he just holds his hand.
Written on the inside of it, you do see that there is an inscription on it.
Do I speak the fucking language?
Do you speak giant?
Give me 10 more minutes.
Give it to the person who speaks giant.
One of the ones I don't speak. I'm sorry.
I don't imagine he would know it's giant though.
This is
I
true.
never
is
know
true.
it's giant off the top of my head, so I just ritually cast comprehend languages, then just run my finger over the language. And
You
what does it
you
say?
find out that it says stone.
Just stone?
Yep, just stone.
It says stone. He slides it on his finger.
The Goliath just kind of gives a short nod. Likely one of these stone brethren. There are some who have gone missing.
So this explains some of the missing people.
Perhaps
But
there is more to be found inside the building. This creature is here. This is...
I just casted a bunch of magic. Give me an hour, please.
It's best to let him rest.
Because at this point, he wouldn't have gotten a short rest in because of how much he's gotten
Of
been
course.
down to cast.
She nods and she just kind of... She kind of moves where she can be kind of on lookout. And for you guys to be able to get your short rest. And in the meantime...
I'm gonna stick by her. Cause I just watched her get ragdolled.
Of course. In the meantime, though, I'd say that's a good place to call the session.
Alright.
Just because
Da
it
da
also
da
gives
da 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 da.
you defeated an enemy.
By the end of the short rest, Trin has created a full-fledged snow angel, just so you're...
Beautiful.
And by the way, I did make sure before I fell backwards, I made sure Dragon wasn't behind me at all.
Oh, obviously.
good.
Like, as soon as you were thinking about it, Dragon immediately started moving away from that area.
Yeah. Yeah, just... Trin is a man that has an extreme amounts of pain, but also there's now a giant hole through one of the biggest things he's ever fucking seen in his life. So he's having many different emotions.
Pain,
Hell yeah.
How the hell, why the hell, when the hell. But yeah, he has done a good. In the meantime, for everyone who's watching this, thank you all so much for enjoying this with us. We're always having a lot of fun with this and seeing what goes on, how this is going on, and so on and so forth is just an absolute delight. Especially with the crazy rolls that just sometimes just kind of drop down in front of us. And in the meantime, if you liked it, by all means, let us know. We appreciate it. Until next time, we've been What Team Come. We'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Have a good evening.